All right, man.
Hello, everybody.
All right, we have we have our queen, Amadaya. She's here. Oh, okay. So, family, we do have more panelists, so I guess they'll show up sooner or later. I'm not going to worry about it, you know. And I don't know if you got a chance to look at that questionnaire that came out in the New York Times.
No, let me Google it right now.
Okay, I'm gonna put it up on the screen if you don't have it. I'm gonna show it on the screen, and it's gonna blow you away with the kind of stuff that's on here. I said, they don't want too many black people on that jury. That's what it is.
That's what that is.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's
black people on trial with an all-white jury. Mm-hmm. Never see a black person on trial with an all-black jury.
Right, and the thing is, why are there all white juries anyway? Now, I had some white man tell me, well, we're the majority. No, not when it comes down to a trial. You claim this is a trial of our peers. First of all, white people can never be our peers because they live under the system of white supremacy. Mm-hmm. So therefore, we are not peers by default.
Exactly.
Okay. So them being on a trial when a black man or woman is, under the possibility of being convicted, it's a no-brainer. They're going to always go against that black person. Look at how many people are exonerated every year. Exactly. They will always go against the black person that's on trial. Exactly. It is what they do.
Mm-hmm. Even when the evidence shows something different.
Hey, LVZ. How you doing? You on mute?
Yes. Welcome.
Hey. Meet Queen Amadaya.
Hello, Queen Amadaya, how you doing? How you doing? This Emperor LVZ right here. The Emperor. The Emperor.
I'm doing great.
All right. Well, LVZ, I got the PDF to that. And I'm going to show it so that we can talk. So everybody in the chat, I'm going to be on full screen. So just understand, if you're doing a super chat or a sticker, I may not see it, but I always thank you for it. All right. Before we get started. So let me go ahead and put it on the screen. LVZ, you driving?
Okay. Let's get it.
You driving?
I'm ready.
All right.
Hold up. I figure this is fitting, right? This is the type of nigga they want on the jury.
Yeah. Okay. So we know that Minnesota is in Hennepin County. Mm-hmm. So they have a special questionnaire that they put out for jurors to determine whether you'll sit on that jury or not. But this blew me away, and it almost is very blatant that if they could get away with having no black people on this jury for George Floyd, they would do it without a shadow of the doubt. So now, LVZ, let's look at the first question. It said, what do you know about this case from the media?
That's to try to find out if you're going to be swayed by public opinion.
Right. I was about to say, now they right there, they started with a trick question off the break. You see that?
Right.
Who the hell don't know about the case? Who don't got a TV?
Right. And even if you don't have a TV, you heard about it online.
Exactly.
So then it says, it is important for the parties to know all of the details you remember about these events. The case, George Floyd and defendant Derek Chauvin, Tu Tao, J. Alexander King, and Thomas Lane. Please take your time to search your memory and provide a full account of what you recall from what you have heard or seen in the media. This will help to shorten the jury selection process. So if you write something like, I saw a white supremacist cop kneel on the knee of a black man they had in custody, do I now get banished from the jury?
Right, absolutely.
Of course you do that.
Yep.
Right, Queen. Look, that's why they said They gonna make it shorter because they gonna kick our black ass off real quick.
Yeah, yeah. Now, who saw that and didn't see anything wrong with it?
Right.
I mean, of course they're going to write that in there. Sound like one of their little trick questions. Okay, so number 2.
And let's be honest.
Uh-huh.
I was about to say, that's the first time in the history of my life I've ever heard them actually ask you to know about the case. Normally in a jury, they don't want you to know anything about it.
Right. You can say, look, I was in another country at the time, and when I came back, that's when I found out about George Floyd.
Right.
Right.
But so you already know. So if you already know, you have already formed your own bias and opinion about the case.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
All right.
So they can throw you off.
Yeah, they could. They just from that one question, they can throw you out.
Exactly. And especially by the fact they're telling you to write everything that you know, because the way you express your thoughts of how you remember it, that's going to let them know whether you're against the officer or not.
Right. Right. And that's exactly who they want to weed out. Anybody that's for Derek Chauvin.
Exactly.
Okay. So from, people that are against him. So this is number 2, from what you have seen, read, or heard, do you have a general impression of the defendants? And the options are very negative, somewhat negative, neutral, somewhat positive, very positive, other. Why do you feel that way?
You know what I was saying? See, I played dumb right there, ladies. I was like, oh yeah, I can do an impression of them. Somebody lay on the ground so I can put my knee on your neck.
Yeah, right.
That's my impression of that cracker right there.
Yeah, but see, I'd be specific. Can I get the judge or the prosecutor to lay on the ground so I can put a knee on your neck?
No.
Okay. Number 3, from what you've seen, read, or heard, do you have a general impression of George Floyd? Very negative, somewhat negative, neutral, somewhat positive, very positive, or other. Why do you feel that way? Well, what impression are we supposed to have other than they claim he had a counterfeit $20 that nobody seen?
Which he did not have.
Right. But thank you very much. I'm glad y'all said that, because I'm getting sick of this shit. Look, we ain't seen one Newport in motherfucking Eric Garner hand, but they swear he was selling cigarettes.
Yeah.
I didn't see no Newports.
That's a lie, because the day Garner was killed, he actually had just broken up a fight.
Exactly.
They never talk about
I know.
Yeah. And you see, there were a lot they didn't show in that video too. After Danny Pantaleo choked him to death, he got up and jumped around like he just scored a touchdown.
What?
And they took that part of the video out.
Yep. Out. Yep. Right. He was slapping fire. He was psyched.
Yeah, he was proud of himself. He killed that black man right on the streets. He was proud of that shit.
And the guy who video recorded it.
So what are we?
I'm sorry.
Right, they locked him up too.
Yeah, they did.
They harassed that man forever.
Yep, they sure did. Okay, number 3. From what you've seen, read, or heard, do you have a general impression of George Floyd? That's almost like the second. Let me see. No. Let me go down. That's my fault. I'm sorry. No, okay. Do you or someone close to you have any direct or indirect connections to these events? Yes, no. If yes, please explain.
Yes, because I'm black and everybody I pretty much am around is black.
Yeah.
Thank you. I was about to say, well, I got an indirect connection because I'm black, and this shit might happen to me too.
Right. Right. And George Floyd is not the only lynching we have seen over the years. We have seen hundreds, if not thousands, of these lynchings.
That's no bull.
You know?
This shit is becoming commonplace now. That's
Yes,
what's so
it is.
funny when they just asked us, what is our impression of George Floyd? The first thing I thought was, man, I feel something. My impression of George Floyd is I really feel sorry for a man who just got the wind sucked out of him by a knee to his neck.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. And the cop that did it stared right into the camera and didn't have no problem with everybody watching it.
No, he sure did.
That motherfucker ain't even blink, y'all. He ain't
sure
even blink.
You notice how he was rolling back and forth as he had his knee on his neck?
Yeah.
Applied more and had his hand pressing down the thigh and all of that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then you had the other two officers, Alexander King and Thomas Lane, next to him, and not one of them pulled him off.
Right.
And then they want to know why they're in trouble. I mean, what idiot. I mean, you were right there. You could have grabbed him and pulled him off. You didn't do nothing.
But when you watch the camera angle watch the video from another angle, you actually see them also holding him down.
Holding him down. Yes. Yes. And now the three of them are now trying to separate themselves from Derek Chauvin. I said, there is no separating y'all from him.
He was a officer. They were just following his orders, they say.
Right. But then
what? And that little Asian man, you little Asian bastard.
Yeah.
You little Asian bastard. Fuck you. Cause where's Lisa Liang at now talking that monkey shit to me? Why you ain't get that bastard off of George Floyd's neck, bitch?
Yeah.
You sit here fucking with me about some Asians.
No, he was too busy messing with the crowd and trying to keep them back.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he could care less about a black man being killed on the ground. He could care less about that.
No, he didn't care. He didn't care at all.
You saw him over there, Queen. He was looking like a motherfucker. He was looking like one of them Asian store owners. He over there. Hurry up and buy. Hurry up and buy. That's what he over there telling all the onlookers. He's telling all the bystanders, hurry up and buy.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
But now we're attacking them.
Yeah. And it's amazing how, you know, when you go back and look at all the video footage, even going back in 2020, I don't see nothing but white folks attacking those Asians.
That's all I've been showing on my channel. That's all I've been seeing is white people attacking them. There was one instance of a black man attacking them, and they kept showing that over and over, but it's one black man who attacked 3 of them. But all the other videos are of white people attacking them. Even a white woman attacked them with a knife. And there's one story, a white man went into an Asian restaurant, killed 3 of them with a hammer.
Wow.
About that.
Yep. Can somebody explain this to me? Didn't the Asian man just kill 3 black people and shit? And ain't nothing get said either.
Yeah.
I didn't even hear
because, and look, what neighborhood are they from where 3 Asians get whooped by one man and he get in trouble? No, the Asians should be, you ain't supposed to get whooped by one man. It's 3 of them.
And if you remember recently, it was these teens and one of them was Asian that burnt up an African family in their home.
Yeah. That's what I was talking about. That's what I was talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, I did a story on that. It was 5 Senegalese people in the whole community. Basically, most of the people that lived in that area were Senegalese. So they specifically went there looking for black people.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay. Have you ever watched, this is number 5, have you ever watched video of George Floyd's death on the news or internet? Yes, no. If yes, how many times have you seen videos from the incident in whole or in part on TV or on the internet? 1 time, 2 times, 4 times, 6 times. I would say more than 6 times, because when we died, they try to show the shit on a 24/7 cycle.
I was about to say,
they do.
Think about it. I want y'all to think about the night it happened. Both of y'all. Think about the night it happened. Remember CNN showed it on a loop 9 times in a row the first time.
Yeah.
Wow.
Think about, they showed it 9 different times. So
I didn't
how
know they showed it that much.
Huh? We say playing up
I
here.
I didn't realize CNN had showed it that many times. That's crazy.
Yeah, but when we get killed, they show that shit on a loop.
Yeah.
A loop. Yeah, that's what they think about it. The first monologue they did when they did about George Floyd, right? Somebody was talking about it. You couldn't see their face. They just kept showing dude kneeling on his neck, and they kept repeating it and kept repeating it. You can go look at it.
Yeah. Well, LVZ, you don't have to go to the tree for the lynching now. You can see that in your living room.
That's right.
I am right. Yeah. That's no bullshit. Look, you see, the more shit changed, the more it stay the same, y'all. Look, back in the day, the cops do postcards laughing and giggling at our lynching. Now they put it on TV. Same difference.
Exactly.
Yep.
Back in the day, they used to broadcast our lynchings by putting it on postcards and selling it all across the country. Now, what they do, they show it all across the country every day.
Every day. Every day.
They don't never show you no white boy getting killed. They don't show you no white boy getting gunned down.
No, none. Even when the police come for Karen, they will show you them putting her in the police squad car. That's about it. That's about as bad as it gets. You don't see them tackling her on the ground and putting a gun on her and everything. They don't do that.
Yeah, they cut that out of that video when they killed that white woman a few weeks ago.
Yep.
To hide it first of all. But they cut the part out. I found one, the first video, but after that, everybody else cut that part out. They put a big blot over it. They blurred it out. So you can't see that. And the same thing when that white guy killed his neighbors.
Oh, over the snow. I remember that.
Yes.
Over the snow. Yep.
He killed those people. But they hurried up and blurred that. And they only showed, they edited it. So they show him walking outside. And then the next thing they show him walking back to his house.
Yeah. And LBZ, did you see how many times he pumped bullets in that white woman? I mean, he went buck wild on pumping them bullets in her.
That's because she was still
and then walked back in the house. And look, the motherfucker walked in the house, ate a bowl of cornflakes like ain't nothing happened.
I mean, he killed the man. But yeah, he killed the man who was her husband. But man, when he got to her, he unloaded on her butt. I said, boy, he must really have ate her butt.
He did.
She must have said something.
Yeah.
Kept her effing mouth shut.
That's
what he said. Because she was still talking trash even while she was shot.
Yeah, she sure was. All right, number 6, y'all. How you ever talk about George Floyd's death with your family, friends, or coworkers, or discussed it online, for example, on social media? Yes, no. If yes, what opinions do you express? What opinions did you express when you were talking about him? I must have did multiple videos, and I can tell you, I didn't say nothing good about the cop. Let's just put it that way.
I was about to say, Lisa, so far, we done figured out me, you, Queen, and True Roll. None of us four is making this jury.
No, I wouldn't be on this jury. They would have flagged my ass by before we got the number 6. I would have been flagged.
So good, they just snapped their fingers and pointed at me and then pointed to the door. You right there, Baldy. Gone. Let's go. We won't be needing you. We won't be needing you.
Wow. Okay, so number 7, did you or someone close to you participate in any of the demonstration or marches against police brutality that took place in Minneapolis after George Floyd's death? Yes, me. Yes, someone close to me. No. If you participated, explain how much you were involved. If you participated, did you carry a sign? What did the sign say?
Oh my God. What? Why you need to know that? You know what? See, that I wish I was on. Cause I feel this motherfucker out like the censorship. If they ask you, was you in the streets protesting? Yes, I was. What was on your side? What was on your side? All of y'all are Peckerwoods. That's what I would have wrote, right? All of y'all was on my motherfucking side. You all a group of Peckerwoods. That's what the hell was on my damn side.
But what does this got to do with being on a jury?
Right.
Cause sis, look, they want to make sure you hate black people if they accidentally put you on this jury. Somebody did. My girl Cheryl Tate said, this gonna be an all-white jury. Baby, no, this ain't gonna be an all-white jury. This jury gonna be so white it's gonna be clear. This is gonna be a clear jury. Yeah, that motherfucker.
Wow. Why would I provide them with this kind of information about me? I wouldn't do it.
Right. What type of bell snitching? Do they think I'm Takashi? I'm not telling them myself.
Yeah, right.
Hey, look, Lisa, I'm gonna tell them. Yeah, I was at the protest. They said, "What was on your side? Make America great again." That's just how.
Wow.
They selected it. Hey, that's a good one. He's a good one. He's good, clean, and awesome.
Wow. Number 8, did you or someone you know get injured or suffer any property damage during the protest that took place after George Floyd's death? Yes, no.
Now that's who they want. Some white people whose property was damaged because they know they're going to have disdain for the rioters and the protesters.
Yeah. 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 I can see that.
These are the most loaded questions in the history of questions.
Right.
Yeah, but do they do this for every trial?
No, absolutely.
I've
never seen this before.
Yeah, I was saying they can't do this for every trial. They wouldn't. It's white people who can't make this jury.
It's white people that wrote these damn questions.
Yeah, and look, that's what I'm saying, Lisa. They wrote the question, but they made it so bad. It's white people we saw out there that can't make this jury.
Let me tell you something. This is absolutely a trick, because at the end of the day, when you usually get the questions to be selected for a jury, the questions are so easy that you have to lie to not end up being picked.
Yeah.
Not selected.
That's what you have to literally do, lie.
Yeah, well, yeah, just like many jury here in New Jersey, if you just say something bad about the cop in one of your answers, they won't put you on there by default.
Yes, absolutely.
That's why my dad has got out of jury duty for 30 years by saying all white people are racist. And they tell that motherfucker out. They tell, you can leave, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, you can leave.
All right. Number 9. Do you believe your community has been negatively or positively affected by any of the protests that have taken place in the Twin Cities area since George Floyd's death?
So if you say positive, I definitely don't want you.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, yeah, it was negatively affected. They're going to be like, how so? It was more white police officers around my neighborhood after the protest than it was before. And I didn't want to see them Peckerwoods.
Yeah. And then plus, you remember Trump was trying to get the military on the protesters. Just watching that in the news was negative.
Right.
He don't even want you protesting. Get your butt off. I'm going to get the military on you. And then he lost the election. So much for that, right?
Right.
The protests ain't do nothing to our community. And the reason I can say that was because y'all kept murdering us right after the protest.
Yeah.
During the protest.
Yeah. While it was going on, yeah. Yep. Number 10, no matter what you have heard or seen about this case, or no matter what opinions you might have formed, can you put all of that aside and decide this case only on the evidence you've received in court. Follow the law and decide the case in a fair and impartial manner.
What? That's insulting right there. That's insulting. Did you follow the law in a fair and impartial matter when you put your knee on the nigga neck for 8 minutes?
Right. I said Derek Chauvin didn't even do that. He didn't follow the law. He wasn't fair and impartial when he put that knee on George Floyd's neck.
Right. So why the fuck I gotta be fair and impartial? Fuck that. No, I'm unfair and I'm very partial. God damn it.
And they're 9 times out of 10 not going to give all of the evidence anyway, just like Daniel Kuhnmaran with the Breonna case.
Right.
Didn't give all the evidence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That windshield forehead having bastard.
Oh, I can't stand him. I can't stand him. But one thing, I did start a trend, y'all. When I kept putting this picture up with that raccoon next to it, I started noticing other people start doing that.
Yeah, I started doing that shit too. You damn sure did. Everybody started putting that coon next to his face now. And he looked like that motherfucker. That's what's so mad. But you know the only difference? The raccoon got a better shape up.
Yeah, that's true.
It looked like the raccoon looked like he go to a black barber.
And usually, and chances are the raccoon ain't going home to Becky. He's going home to another raccoon.
Okay.
Okay. What is this is number one of the media section. Yeah, media habits. What is your primary source of news? This is what they're asking the jurors.
Lord have mercy.
That would
you know what I say? I write Fox News.
Fox News.
I write Laura Ingram. I'm a fool the shit out of it. I'm going LVZ to teach everybody how to pass this today. Write Laura Ingram. The answer is Laura Ingram.
Okay, True Royal, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I was asleep, and what woke me up was LVZ and his jokes. So I'm gonna say this: juicy. Everything is juicy.
We got Queen Amadaya joining us tonight in this, and man,
it's an honor. It's an honor.
Yes,
I watch
it is.
often. It sure is.
Now, see, LVZ, you're the only man among us women.
Yeah, with that plate, with that plate of chicken.
Yeah, Herschel Walker.
Y'all see that? Y'all see that? Y'all work it. That chicken is for y'all. I made Herschel go fry that up for my ladies. Fry that up for my queens. Goddamn it.
LVZ. I was doing some research on Herschel Walker, and it refreshed my memory. That Negro, when he was married to Becky, he tried to kill her and himself.
Yeah. And I think back then, if memory serves me correct, you might remember this, LVZ. If memory serves me correct, didn't he have dreads back then?
He had them little plats. He tried to grow them little
plats. Okay, I know there was something about his hair during that time.
Yeah, he Herschel tried to act like he was among the people with his big coon head.
Yeah. LVZ, you had warned us the other day on your channel. You said your son was the only one was gonna make the jury.
I told you that.
You know what? True Royal, somebody wrote that you need to merch Juicy, and you do. You need to come out with a juicy t-shirt this year.
I will.
You need a juicy t-shirt in all colors. All right, y'all. We gonna go to the questionnaire. We can just pick up from where we left off.
All right.
Let's go back. All right. So the last question was, what is your primary source of news? And LVZ said he would write Fox News.
Fox News. I get my news from Ray and Pookie. That's all I got to say.
There you go. There you go. I get it from these here streets up in the hood.
I get it straight from the block. Queen Bonita. I get my shit from Queen Bonita Betrayal sitting up in the mouth. Queen Bonita let me know what's going on.
Right. If you live in the hood, you know there's always that one nosy person on the street that knows everything going on.
And they started out like this. What happened was, and then they
Miss White.
Yeah.
The old lady that moved away, that used to live next door to me, Miss White. Miss White used to be snitching on the whole. Hey, baby, you was gone today. Let me tell you what done happened. Well, Miss White, she's snitching on the whole neighborhood to me.
We had one that lived across the street. Her name was Miss Claretta when I was growing up in the hood. That woman could tell you everybody's business on the street and around, and even the street around the corner. She knew everybody's business.
And they never leave the house. That's the crazy part about it.
Yeah, that's the part that got you. They be in that window all day.
And at night, and funny, and LVZ, the funny part is at night, you can go just look up and you can see their shadow in the damn window.
In the window. You be like, Miss White, do you even cook? How do you eat?
You know what that make me think of? That be the candy lady in the hood that sell her shit out the window. That's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one. No, everything.
Okay, so number 2 is how often do you read a hard copy or online version of a newspaper? Every day, several times a week, once or twice a week, less often than once a week, never.
As much as Trump read that shit.
Every day.
I ain't gonna know. Here go the answer to that question for me. I read the paper every time y'all kill an unarmed black person. So I read the paper like every day.
Every day.
I read the paper every day.
Every day.
Definitely.
Yeah. Anytime y'all kill an unarmed black people or do something racist, I read the newspaper. So that dwindles it down to 5 times a day, every day for the last 43 years.
And LBC, when they exonerate a black man just as practically every day, it would be every day. Because I'm reading about that too.
Every day.
I'm glad you said that, Lisa.
We only read. That's what we hear. We only read the paper when y'all illegally arrest a black man, kill an unarmed black man, or let a black man that you illegally arrested go. That's the only time we read the paper. So we read the paper every day.
One thing that you can guarantee about in the paper is, like what y'all was saying, they always exonerating a black man, or somebody always happen to every year accidentally do some blackface, and it's usually Becky, the school teacher, and then she'll flip that shit around, and then she play the victim and act all distraught and hurt. Bitch, please. Yeah. You know what time it is. You know what blackface is. You know. Yeah, I told that story long ago. My son, he grown now. People thought I was lying. Then people asked my son to play a slave in his social studies class.
Well, Queen, listen, didn't no light bulb head Cory Booker tried to say white people didn't know what blackface was?
Yeah. Well, I wore his ass out. I wore his ass out.
He absolutely
did. His baby bonds.
Well, here's another one. There were some teenagers that wore blackface and they got kicked out of school, and now their parents are suing the school for $20 million.
Ain't that one?
Yeah.
I ain't surprised.
But the right to be racist. Fuck these niggers. That's basically what they saying, right?
Yeah.
That's basically that. We
the
have
other night,
right to be racist.
LBZ, I know you know. LBZ, the other night I watched The Spook That Sat by the Door, and they had a scene in there where they painted that homeboy's face black They know what that is. They know exactly what that is.
Please,
They always
that stuff comes from the minstrel show. How do they not know
Yep.
what it is?
They know what it is.
Did you see? Did y'all see Jamila Lemieux cop ass father in that movie? Jamila Lemieux.
Yeah, he's talking about LVZ. I'm a black man, and I'm gonna always be a black man. You ain't black,
and I'm gonna die black, nigga. You look whiter than Sean King. That nigga makes Sean King look like Flavor Flav. That nigga. I say, oh.
LVZ, I would say something about we could determine if he's black or white. But I need a magnifying glass. That's all I got to say about that. I'll just leave it. I'll leave it there.
Yeah, right. Okay, so number three, what newspapers do you read? Do you regularly read? Well, we already know LVZ is Fox News.
I read the Daily Mail.
Mm-hmm.
The Daily Mail?
From the UK.
Yeah. I like foreign news. I actually like foreign news better because they, it's more detailed.
Right.
This news is all censored.
Exactly. They'll give more information.
Yeah, you're right about that, Lisa. Because when you go overseas, you go across the pond, you get the news is totally different.
Yeah,
totally different. Very reliable.
Hey, I got you. Y'all. What news do you watch? The Final Call on your
Yeah, I got a Final Call right.
Oh yeah, Nation of Islam.
Yeah, I got Islam Final Call news. Damn, nigga, if you don't get off this court.
In fact, my husband bought one the other day because they still selling bean pies on the street of Oakland.
I love the bean pies, by the way. Every time I used to see them when I was especially when my son was younger, I would always get a bean pie in one of their newsletters. I used to always get them.
Well, we got a piece of bean pie left in the refrigerator as I speak, no joke.
Them bean pies are good.
I'm telling you, if I was on that jury, they're gonna pull a gun on me and get me the fuck out of that. This nigga,
you know what? When you said that LVZ, I went and sat and listened to that insanity because I was like, "What is LVZ talking about?" He said Jabari would be the only one. I said, "Well, Jabari, a baby. What's going on?"
Yeah.
Then when I went over there and listened, I said, "Oh, he right." I said, "He right."
Yeah.
I said, "This shit is comedy."
Only person can get on is Jabari. Everybody else is assed out. You're not getting on that shit.
And you know what, y'all? Just to let you know, they wrote this shit back in December. I started looking at when they put it. They put this out. They actually wrote this thing up on December 22nd. These questions.
Because they knew how to get this asshole on. They gonna make sure.
That's how they work. But you know what? You think they on this one? They let this one off. Now, a lot of us been making predictions. I've been on here about 5 years. Them black folks gonna tear the lining out of that state, and it's gonna bleed into other states. We are in a different space and time. It's like folks is sick and tired, really, literally sick and tired. We already knew what the enemy gonna do before the enemy gonna do, and it's a lot of combinations that's going on. You got some black folks that's wishing they say he not guilty to give them an excuse. It's a different type of breed out there right now because they said that our royals, white folks keep saying, "Oh, they don't act the same no more. They don't give a damn."
Well, that's because these young kids know them being white ain't no damn advantage. They're looking at them like they crazy. Like, there's no way you got some advantage over that. You made all that mess up. These kids ain't stupid. They know they made all that crap up.
Yeah, they not listening to us. I didn't talk to some of them. They say, "I don't want to hear no we shall overcome shit. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear it. I want to hear it." I'd be like, I feel y'all. I understand them. And even my children, they told me we ain't going back to the plantation.
Well, no,
we'll die on the battlefield.
That's gone. That's what they want. Their heydays are over. They are now fighting with COVID, and they can't even defeat that. So there's no way they're going to turn the clock back to anything.
Oh, Lisa, thank you for just saying that. Oh, on top of that, oh, I'm watching them. It's victory. Throw the mask away. Send the kids back to school. We opening up the amusement park. You can go to the concert.
It's fake. You didn't even conquer one damn virus variant. Okay, so how is that a victory? It's just more of their fakery. It's more fake stuff they're telling us.
It's we can see the light and all this kind of stuff. But wait a minute, slow down. Then all these, we get a variant. There's thousands of variants out there. Dr. Fauci, will that cover that? Oh yeah, that'll cover that. Okay, the dude from Pfizer won't even take his own shit.
And look, if one shot takes care of everything, how come they didn't do that with the flu shot?
Right.
They can't cure the common cold.
All right, y'all. Let's jump back on this because we still got a ways to go. What podcast do you regularly listen to?
Lisa Cabrera. I'm about to say, you trying to get some niggas arrested up there. You trying to get some niggas arrested up in that jail. Them niggas never make it on the jurors. You got it.
That's a very
locked up. I told him I'd be watching LVZ.
Well, I tell you what, y'all ain't gonna never be the same after I do the one on the royal family tomorrow. Oh my! Because I get into their history from the beginning, and they are not what you think.
I know.
They are not what you think, y'all.
I got one coming out on royal family about the Confederate daughters. Oh, I'm gonna drag them bitches. Ooh, this gonna be juicy.
The royal family is gonna blow you away when I tell you the details of who and what they really are. They don't come from a royal bloodline at all. They don't come from one at all. Wait till I tell you that's how they made it onto the damn crown, how they gained the throne of Britain. They're not even from Britain. It gets even worse. Nope. They're not even from Britain.
Nope, they're not.
So I'm gonna give y'all the rundown tomorrow.
It's like this. Yep. It's like this. Esau is looking for two things. They looking for the fountain of youth, and they looking for their origin. You ain't gonna find it. You know, Becky, you're barren. You know, value to the community. You don't wear your ass out. We are the true royal family.
We don't care about their birth troubles. Let's just be glad they got them.
Becky is barren.
I'm about to say, look, that's on them. Look, they got to figure that
out. All right, now number 5. How often do you listen to local news on the radio or watch news on television every day, several times, once or twice a week, less than once a week, or never?
Every day.
Well, I mean, we live here, so we gotta watch this shit. Everybody watches the weather. We want to know if the schools are closed.
Yeah.
So I watch the news every day, but that's not really answering their question. What am I watching for?
Right. And my question is, why do I have to tell you what I watch?
Yeah, exactly.
Why do I have to tell you what I watch in order to be on a jury?
Right. Yeah, that don't even make no sense.
Because if they dismiss you for saying, I watch the news every day, and then they dismiss you, you can go, well, I watch the weather. I watch the sports every day.
LBZ, I watched a bit. That's what I check. I want to see how many of them motherfuckers and drop dead. Remember when
hold on one second. Queen Amadaya, what were you going to say?
I was just saying I watch the news every now and then, but I usually I use some of the clips in my videos.
Right.
News stories.
Right.
Whatever.
But most people who watch their local news, they watch it for shit like to see when their kids got to go to school, or to see what the weather gonna be like where they live at, or see something like that. It ain't got nothing to do. That don't got nothing to do with George Floyd.
Right.
Why they're asking about that though, I believe, is because the mainstream media paints a certain narrative, so they would rather know: are you watching the mainstream media, the propaganda machine, or the news media,
or the local
media.
right, because the
Yeah.
local media owe you. The local media got less of an agenda. They actually owe you the obligation to tell you what's going on in your community. They have to do it.
Right.
Now I wanted to add something to that. Now, we often talk about the new black media, but there's a twist with the new black media. And what I love about the new black media, your subscribers are participating. They're emailing you articles and digging.
Right.
Like I said, what we'll do, you might find out, you either find it or somebody might email it to you, and the article be real teeny tiny off in the world of abyss. And we give the story life. That's what we do. We give it life, and it get bigger and bigger and bigger. So what I like about the new black media is that the royal family plays a very big part in it. We cannot do this without you.
Right.
Participation.
Nope. And mainstream news don't want black opinion. Let's be real. They don't want our opinion.
Oh, they don't.
Ooh, our folks give opinions, don't they?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They want you to shut your black ass up like LeBron. Yeah. Sit your ass down. Shut up.
We had it. They don't like when you throw a scripture up in there, and the scripture you'd be like, no, one of them scriptures from one of them books they took out. You'd be like, oh, that's real. Let's look at
it. Negro, you don't know the real. You don't know Sky Daddy. Get out of here.
Mm-hmm. All right, number 7, y'all. How often do you see local news-related updates on social media sites such as Facebook or Twitter? Every day, several times a week, once or twice a week, less often than once a week, never.
I would say once or twice a week because I don't do Facebook, but on Twitter, I'm on there a couple of times. So
yeah, I go out on Twitter.
Yeah.
I mean, I go LBZ go out there fighting everybody, so he's out there all the time. Oh man. All right. Katie's here. Okay. How you doing, Katie? Shalom.
Hey, Shalom, Lisa. Hey, Queen. What's up, VZ? What's up, True? How y'all doing tonight?
And we got Queen Amadaya with us too, KD.
Yeah, I saw a few of her videos. I'm well aware of her.
Okay, so we're all together. So here's number 8. What social media platforms do you use regularly? Well, we can all say YouTube.
Okay, yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
I use Pornhub.
That's just what I'm about to say. I was gonna put Pornhub and Christian Mingle. That's what
I just want to see what's going on. Yes, I'm married, but I'm still over there looking and stuff. Just peeking. That's it. Just a little bit. Just peeking a little bit.
I'm in Christian Mingle. I'm trying to get my Sky Daddy on.
True Royal, if you answer that question like that, they gonna say, not only are we not putting this black woman on the jury, give her a police escort home. We put her out of town.
Oh my goodness.
Ass out of town.
My husband will be looking for me.
All right, y'all. This is the interesting part. This section here is on police contacts. This is part of the questionnaire. So the first one, the defendants in this case were officers for the Minneapolis Police Department. Is there anything about their employment with the MPD that would prevent you from rendering a fair and impartial verdict in this case? And in my opinion, I'm offended that they are more concerned about the officer than the victim in this kind of questioning.
Yeah, you know what damn country we live in.
Yeah, they don't ever want you to do nothing to hurt their good white guy. Hey, look, are you able to be fair to the white guy that killed a nigger? That's what they're asking you. Are you able to be fair to the?
Do you have a problem with being employed? Well, I mean, again, they put this on a questionnaire.
What was that question again, Lisa? Would you reread that again, please?
the defendants in this case were officers of, they were officers, Minneapolis police officers. Is there anything about their employment with MPD that would prevent you from rendering a fair and impartial verdict in this case? And I said, they seem like they're too concerned with the cop and not the victim in this question.
But you know what, Lisa, they telling on themselves. I often talk about this on my channel. Like when I said it the other night. I said, when they say two wrongs don't make a right, you speak in volumes about self. For some, really think about this. For them to sit down and what date did you see on there where they started putting this whole crazy ass sheet together? They talking about self. They telling on themselves. I often talk about look at things with your spiritual eyes and everything. And I like when Dr. Valentine said, don't call this your third eye, call it your first eye, because that first eye is real strong. And they telling on themselves, they really telling on themselves. And they want us to answer that with a straight face. I mean, I'm gonna answer it how I feel. They wouldn't want that. Right. You don't want me on the jury. I'm gonna be the head of that shit. I'm gonna be influencing people. I'm gonna be dropping shit in their coffee and all of that. I'm gonna be real dusty and greasy. I'm gonna get down like the enemy get down. We in war.
Yeah, this ain't the time to play nice and kitty cat and shit.
Well, KD, they trying to make this jury as white as possible.
Yep.
I mean, it's typical bullshit procedure in this fucking shithole. I mean, what else do we expect?
You know what? Stevie Wonder couldn't even get on the damn jury at this point.
Well, he's blind, and even he is trying to get the hell on out of Dodge.
After you did that video, Lisa, I said something about that. I said, that man blind, but you can feel pure ass evil. This man ain't never seen with his eyes. You can feel that shit. That demonic energy.
But you know what the amazing thing? He wasn't born blind. You know that?
No, I didn't know that, Lisa.
Stevie Wonder was not born blind. The reason why he went blind, he had to be put in an incubator as an infant when he was taken out of the womb. And the incubator was not at the right temperature. That's how he lost his vision. But he was born with sight. Yeah.
You lost LVZ?
Did I?
I don't see him.
I think we did. Okay, well, when he pops back on, just let me know.
All right.
Okay. Do you have a regular contact with any law enforcement agency? This is the second question. Or officers through your work, your neighborhood, or in your social media life? If yes, please explain. No, I mean, why would I have regular contact? Not like somebody in my household is a cop or family.
So they're trying to find out if you like the cops. If you
that's exactly it.
Yeah, well, I would answer that question, yes, and I explained that time y'all raided my house while my husband and I was in the bed and stuff. Yeah, we had contact. Y'all did, we had contact.
The only thing I can say, y'all, back over the summer, my husband and I were getting it on in the bed, and the cops came and raided the neighbor's house across the street. I remember that.
That's the part I didn't want to tell Lisa. We was getting in the lie, and they was banging on the door, and my husband said, "Where's my drawers?" I said, "I don't know. Who the hell is that?" And then when he opened the door, I kid you not, to the man cave, there was 6 cops in the house, and we was asshole naked. I'm telling the gospel truth.
Man,
I'm telling the gospel truth.
I don't know. I don't know if I count that as regular, but it was one too many visits. Let's just put it that way. It was one too many damn visits.
Okay. I ain't gonna say that part, Kim. Don't say that.
Oh, here's LVZ. How you doing, LVZ? We knew you dropped off.
Yeah, you know how they do me. They always get me some kind of way. So, hey,
well, yeah, we're on the police contact part of the jury questions.
Okay, cool. Yeah, hold on. We know the good part right here.
Well, the one that you missed before you came is, have you or someone close to you have help, support, or this is the next question. So this is kind of good that you're here. Have you or someone close to you have help or support or advance in favor of or against police reform? If yes, please explain. Police reform ain't shit in America, by the way.
I'm about,
They don't really do nothing to these cops.
I'm about to say, what is police reform? What, did they get to go to motherfucking counseling after they murder you?
Yeah.
What is police
No,
reform?
LVZ, they get paid leave after killing.
The name, the title itself is a fucking insult. What the fuck are they reforming?
Right.
Nothing ever changes.
Yeah, I'm about to say they never get reformed. How are they in reform and they still the same racist bastards they were before reformation?
Right, and every time they pass a reform bill, we're still getting killed. Okay, so what difference does it make?
If anybody's getting reformed, it's us.
Yeah, they are reforming us from alive to dead.
Yeah, right.
You're right. You're right.
That's why you know what that's why I was saying on my channel a while back that I fully support the police throughout the state of America to get that vaccine. I fully support that. You know, they right. This time they right. They need to be on the front line. They're out there. I'm concerned about them and they need to get that shot. All right.
Yeah, and they're a bunch of essential workers, so they need to be first in line to get that damn jab.
They feel entitled. Wait a minute, let me finish. They feel entitled. You know, they've been seeing disproportionately in the Black community, we get it more than anyone. And I'm just loving that they lie on us like that. So they instantly went into the Black market and said, wait a minute, these Negroes ain't getting that shot. I'm entitled. Yes, you are. You're entitled. I fully support that. I really do.
I told you that. You heard me the other day. I told you I was riding with a lady who actually was working on the damn vaccine.
Wow.
And what did she say?
Yeah, I was listening to her talking to another lady, and this is what I'm gonna tell y'all. So these white people was talking about the vaccine. This is what I've heard. If you do get the vaccine, this is what white people doing. They not taking that Vicerna. Vicerna is the one that's giving people side effects, rashes, death, all of that shit. That's from the Vicerna. The Johnson & Johnson is the one that they don't have side effects from, and that's the one that most of them waiting for. And from what I heard, these motherfuckers be sending it to the white areas, but don't send Johnson & Johnson to the black area.
I did a video on that too. Yep, sure did.
I heard about that same thing, LVZ. You're absolutely right.
Yeah,
I heard about that same garbage here in my area, but knowing damn well they're not gonna deliver that to the city. Hell no, they're not gonna do that.
And I know LVZ gonna run with this. Basically, they got two different versions. They got a ghetto version, and then they got a white supremacist version of that damn vaccine.
That's
particularly the one with the damn side effects. That's the one they're gonna send to the hood.
Right. Yeah.
What were you gonna say, Queen?
I was gonna say that's what a friend of mine who works in the hospital, she's a nurse, that's what she told me years ago about the other vaccines for kids. That there's children who are on government-sponsored insurance like Medicaid or Medicare, and then there's children with regular like Blue Cross Blue Shield, and they have different vaccines for them because they're kept in different freezers.
She's absolutely right.
Black boys are the ones more disproportionately affected with autism from the MMR vaccination. Yeah,
I remember Farrakhan and one of the Kennedys had a big protest about that. And when I was pregnant,
Robert Kennedy Jr. Queen.
I'm gonna tell you something real quick. When I was pregnant after I had my youngest son, he's 23 now. My daddy gave me a VHS to listen to when I was pregnant with him about them vaccines. Okay, I have 4 children. It took me to have number 4 to realize don't get this my children these vaccines. Do you know in that video it said that they possibly might pay you to get your child vaccinated $200 a piece? I kid you not, my children were with me. They hand me a slip. I never forget, told me to go to the 4th floor at Kaiser, and the lady hand me a check. I went to the elevator. I tore up the check. put it in the trash can, and went downstairs and never went back to that place again. And my oldest daughter was 15 at the time. She said, "Mommy, what's going on?" I said, "They trying to kill my babies up in here. Let me get up out of here." I had that experience.
Wow.
Yeah. And they were talking about some new shit for earaches. Earaches. Who need to be vaccinated for some freaking ass earaches?
Well, they don't come up with anything out of a lab to make millions and possibly billions off of. They don't care. Y'all, let's
shit work or not.
Yeah, let's go to number 4. Have you or someone close to you ever been arrested for a crime? Yes, no.
Let me just walk out right now. Let me just put the pen down and walk out the courtroom. This is the time where LVZ go, all right, guys, it's been real. And I walk out the courtroom because, goddamn it, not only have I been one, I know people, I'm related to people. Shit, somebody I know right now getting arrested. So, of course.
Yeah.
Right? I like shit that I know about to call me. Hey, man, I just got out. I figured you got locked up, nigga. How you know?
Wow.
You black. That's right.
That's right. Well, I like to say that, yes, I do. My stepfather is the oldest political prisoner in the state of California, Ramon Chip Fitzgerald. Also, the very man that I lay down with every night. He kind of dangerous too as well. He's subject to cut folks and everything. So yeah, okay, yeah.
No, mine ain't gonna cut folks, but if you come to his door and he don't know who you are, you won't get cussed out up in here.
Sure will.
You won't get cussed out up in here. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, that last white boy that came to your house got cussed the fuck out.
Oh boy. All right, so this is a 2-part question. So the second part is, if yes, how did the police handle the arrest? Did they act professionally? Now, y'all know they never act professionally with us. Never. The second one is, did they act unprofessionally? Hell yeah.
All the damn time, Lisa. All the damn time.
The next part is, were they verbally abusive? All the time.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. They lay on the ground before they break my neck.
Here's the next one. They use excessive force.
That's all. I mean, all
and
the last one, I don't know. Yeah, and the last one,
Please, what you mean did they use excessive force? Well, let me answer your question with a question. Should you be slammed on the ground for jaywalking?
Wait. Especially Queen Amadea, because I don't want her to get drowned out. Do they use excessive force for arresting you for weed?
Yes.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
And it's legalized, and they still roughing people up in the black community over it.
And then on top of that, they'll steal your weed because they know that shit is good in the hood.
And
damn sure will.
Abuse.
And for most of the time, we end up smoking it because they punk asses rolling around in their car and shit. That's
you want to know about them stealing your weed? LVZ knows all about that. Nigga came back to court. So no, I know more weed.
Well, how many times do we see stories that cops getting caught with drugs? Those are drugs they done stole.
Exactly.
Out the evidence locker and shit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
I stole my motherfucking weed. He ride around smoking my joint. They know
you got that good. They know what time it is.
I know they do me like Devin. Answer that. Hello, Mr. Smith. Give me some of that weed you got. It's where I keep it.
Okay, number 5. Have you or someone close to you ever been arrested of a crime where the police was called? 1, yes. 2, no. And if yes, please explain the circumstances.
You are crying. First of all, name a time I've been arrested where the police wasn't called. The only way you gonna arrest me is with the police.
shoot. They look at my damn skin, they arrest me.
Yeah.
But KD, listen to that question. They just say,
what were you going to say, Queen?
I said, but how else would you get arrested unless the police
thank
called? This
you.
question is so stupid.
Yeah.
Have you ever been arrested for a crime? Why else would you be arrested? Even if you didn't commit a crime, I didn't say you did. So yes, you got arrested for a crime.
But you know the most unique thing about us is we get arrested and killed for some most unusual shit. I mean, you started to get arrested sleeping in your own bed. I mean, you in a
sleeping in your car. Look at how many got killed just sleeping in their car in a parking lot.
The most.
And if you really think about it, if you think about True Royal, shit, that's how Breonna Taylor did die for sleeping in her own bed.
Yeah, but y'all remember that?
Oh yeah, and that girl Atiana from Texas too. She died in her dang bed.
Sleeping in her own bed, just being in her own damn house.
But you know, the one that got me was a homeless dude sleep on a park bench. It was obvious he was in a coma, and they always say that bullshit. I fear for my life. I fear for my life. That's what I say now too these days. I fear for my life.
They beat the shit out of that white man like that too. You remember that? You remember they killed that white man like that?
I can't remember that one.
His name was Kelly something. He was sleeping on a park bench. Motherfucking Spanish and police beat the shit out of him, tased him, broke his face, and killed him.
That sounds about white. Okay.
Yeah. Look, he was saying, "Come on, dude, I'm not doing anything. I'm just sleeping." That motherfuckers killed him and said, "Look, you sleeping out here like with the niggas, we got to kill you."
Okay. Now, number 6 is, were you satisfied or unsatisfied with how the police responded? Very satisfied, somewhat satisfied, neutral, somewhat unsatisfied, very unsatisfied. I don't know.
Who's happy?
What the fuck are they asking, Lisa?
Yeah, right. And I agree with that. Who the hell is happy with some cop showing up?
Hey, you know, who the fuck sitting in the back seat of a car right now? You know, you did a very good job, officer. I'm proud of you. It's nobody that's doing that. Where are they doing that at?
Nowhere.
I mean, no disrespect, Lisa, but who the hell asking these questions? Who the hell asking them?
This is for the jury, for George Floyd.
You know what? I would pencil.
This is the George Floyd jury, KD. You got to answer these questions to be on the George Floyd jury, KD. You can't get on the jury.
With all due respect, VZ, these are dumbass questions for real.
That's what LVZ was saying on one of his streams just recently, KD. That the only one that qualified is LVZ's son. How old is your son?
8.
8.
Jabari is the only person that can be on the jury.
Jabari got 2 more years, and then that's a wrap. He ain't gonna even qualify.
Yeah, I'm saying, and he becomes 10. He becomes a third. He looks like he's 23 when he's 10.
Yeah, and he gonna become a young man at 10 years old. Young man.
Yeah. Young man knocks up the liquor store. He knocked up. He didn't even go.
And he just walking down the street with his backpack trying to get to school and stuff. And that question that you asked, you know, I would just, the last one said, I don't know. I would have put in my own question. What the fuck? That's what I would have put in that little box there. Like,
what type of shit are y'all asking me?
Yeah. Well, I think this next question is laughable. Number 7, have you ever personally seen the police use more force than was needed? Yes, no. If yes, wow. Oh, Lord.
What the fuck happened?
These questions are a joke.
Yeah, George Floyd. George Floyd was more force than was needed. the force is called for.
We said, hold up, all that for a fake 20? No.
Damn.
Seriously, let's think about it. I'm going to give it to him. George Floyd had a fake 20. All right, I give it to him. That's what you do to a nigga with a fake 20?
Yeah.
Man, like I said, you come up dead being asleep in your own bed. So
God damn, Damn.
A fake 20, that's a major crime, LVZ. I'm just trying to tell you.
And my thing is, how do we know after we answer these questions, they're not going to give it to the Minneapolis police to harass you?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, you're right.
Good thought.
Because how many are there vetting? I think it was close to 500 people
Yes.
filling out the Okay.
And have this very questionnaire right here.
Mm-hmm. They got all your information.
Mm-hmm. This is number 8. Have you ever been restrained or put in a chokehold, for example, by law enforcement during a self-defense class? Yes, no. If yes, please explain.
A self-defense class? What is that? What?
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave that
Why
right there.
are the police choking me out in a
Yes, very good question.
That makes sense to anybody, so hold up. I'm in a self-defense class. Why is the police here choking me the fuck out?
Right.
Niggas ain't safe in the self-defense class, y'all.
I know.
All right, we're here to teach you how to respond against a robber. LeVar, come here. Now LeVar's the robber. Look how I'm doing him. Look how I'm doing.
Right. That's just like you being on a gun range and they said, did a cop show up on the gun range and start shooting you in the back? I think that would eliminate anybody from going to a self-defense class or a gun range, right?
I'm not going. Yeah. Do y'all hear this, black people? When we go to self-defense classes, police is gonna choke your black ass out.
And they're gonna have a cop in the class to choke you out.
Come here. Who's ever been put in a chokehold? None of us. Come here, Smith. Let me show you how to defend yourself. Let me show you how to defend yourself when the police has you in a chokehold. Huh? That don't make sense.
Uh-huh. All right. Now here's the next part of the question. This is from strongly agree to strongly disagree. You know how they always have 1 strongly agree, 2 strongly somewhat agree, that kind of thing. So the first one, discrimination is not as bad as the media makes it out to be.
Hmm?
So you got to say whether you agree, strongly disagree. That's what this section is. So it's like multiple.
Can I write one in? Can I write one in? I will kick your motherfucking ass playing with me like that. What do you mean? First of all, the media never really showed discrimination like they supposed to.
Yeah, the media is discrimination. Okay? They are discrimination.
Right.
Wow.
Alleged, it's always alleged discrimination when it's against us.
Mm-hmm. It sure is.
Yep.
Okay, so the next one, multiple choice question, is blacks and other minorities do not receive equal treatment as whites in the criminal justice system.
True.
Strongly agree. We don't receive the same level of justice. That's true. Police in this country treats whites and blacks equally. That's C.
Oh yeah, they treat us equal. They treat us like kings. They treat us like kings. Rodney and Martin Luther, and they treat them like King James.
D, police in my community make me feel safe. No, I'm never safe around cops. Mm-mm.
You want to talk about baby military? How the hell is that safe?
Exactly.
I support defunding the Minneapolis Police Department. That's E.
Yep. And that's going to be a trick question to get some people harassed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Minneapolis police officer, this is F, are more likely to respond with force when confronting black suspects than when dealing with white suspects.
That's the truth. That's the truth.
America.
Strongly agree.
That's the actual truth. And the answer to the question is yes, 7 times more. If you answer the question with the truth, they'll throw you off the jury though.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So they want you to lie. They want you to tell the truth about seeing the court case on TV, but they want you to lie on that one right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Want you to lie and say, "Oh no, police do everything the same." So being uneducated and misinformed is the juror that they want, folks.
Yep.
Yeah, it'd be really interesting with these questions to see what the jury pool consists of, because like,
Mm-hmm. Because law enforcement officers have such dangerous jobs, it is not right to second guess decisions they make while on duty.
That sounds crazy.
That sounds crazy.
God dang.
You reading that, the first thing that popped up in my mind? It's just dangerous to exist in America for the royal family. It's just dangerous, it's dangerous in our cribs. We don't know what the fuck gonna happen. I'm traumatized, I need counsel. I fear for my life. And I'm not joking about that. My house was raided. You experienced that shit, it's real. That lets you know the locks on your doors, the security system you got don't mean shit, let alone step it outside in the war zone.
Mm-hmm. Okay, H. The criminal justice system is biased against racial and ethnic minorities.
Yes.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Another dumbass question, of course.
Oh, well, it gets even worse, KD. The next one, I do not trust police.
Sure don't.
That's the next one. I do not trust police.
No, I don't.
Okay.
How about NWA? F the police.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know what? Power to the people. They know my family was in the Panthers. They know I don't trust them motherfuckers. That was the first thing I was taught before I even went to kindergarten. Don't trust them at all. I even knew at 5 years old what a plainclothes car was. I even knew that. I'm well versed in that shit.
Okay. J is people today do not give our law enforcement officers the respect they deserve. Oh my
Respect my ass.
Oh my goodness. Oh, they would never let me on this jury. I had to answer these questions. Woo, I would never be on there.
For the Blue Lives Matter crew.
Mm-hmm.
Respect. They don't even come in a respectful fashion. You got me fucked up.
No, they come with an attitude, getting out of the damn squad car.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, K, local police departments try to cover up excessive force rather than correct it.
Yeah.
That's the norm. That's the fiber of the police all through America. It don't matter where they're at. They have the same MO. So it ain't hard for them. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing tricky about this thing. It don't take no rocket science to be grimy and greasy.
Right. Sure don't. Okay. I think that the news reports about police brutality against racial minorities is only the tip of the iceberg.
Wow.
I can't believe these questions on this damn thing.
Not the tip of the iceberg.
Okay, number 10. Have you ever been trained on how to restrain someone or use a chokehold? Yes, no.
Have you what?
Have you ever been trained on how to restrain someone or use a chokehold?
I mean, what the fuck?
Well, I guess if you're in the military, you would learn how to do that. Or if you were training to be a cop or self-defense, you would learn how to do those things.
Are they trying to imply something? Like, what we doing in our household?
You know that, so they know whether or not you agree with Derek Chauvin using it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Or with cops, period, using that tactic.
And we've seen many of them do it since Derek,
Yes,
George Floyd. Yeah.
They're not going to stop. They just what they going to do is when they get busted, they going to say, based on their training, you know, they mechanical. They don't know
y'all-
how to think out the box or anything, just based on their training.
Have you all noticed there has been an upsurge of them putting their knees in black people's backs and on your necks?
Yes. That's exactly what we're talking about. Yes.
So even during the protesting, they had a cop put his knee in a black man's neck. That's all by design. This is all in retaliation for Colin Kaepernick taking a knee about police brutality. Now they take necks in your backs.
Yeah.
Our queen is absolutely right. And I often say the ultimate goal is to damage you psychologically,
right?
Let alone physically.
Mhm.
LBZ
And
say he
that's
backstage, Lisa.
Okay, I'm coming to get him.
That's a good point. And that's
All right, LVZ, you back?
Go ahead,
Yeah, I'm
Queen.
back.
Queen, repeat that again. I want to hear what you just said.
They are doing it to psychologically damage us. That's why they keep the purpose of them repeatedly showing the videos of black people being killed. Because they don't do that. When there was a video,
You know what?
Right. They don't even do that to the Asians, and they're complaining about their being discriminated against. You don't even see them doing that to the Asians.
Yeah, you know what? Remember a few short years ago, they kept showing in the media in a heavy rotation when that pig took our royal daughter by the neck and slung her across the classroom.
Yes.
And they kept showing it over and over, and it started affecting me. It really did. I said, this is too much.
They do that on purpose. It makes you feel helpless, hopeless, defenseless. And also in black men, it makes their testosterone levels drop.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you now. I'm tell you now, white supremacists. You do anything to this little girl right here on my lap, I will kill you, cut your head off, take it to a bar, and buy you a drink.
Yeah, that's his baby there. LVZ, he mush when it come to that baby right there. He know damn good.
You touch this girl right here. I said I will do all the time I need to do and laugh.
Okay, do time with a smile.
Yeah, you know what? I would be sitting on the bunk, LVZ, legs swinging and singing some country western. They'd be like, "Damn, she really enjoyed being there." Hell yeah!
Yeah.
I got you, LVZ. I'm gonna put some money on your books. You're gonna be good up in that joint.
Yeah, you gonna be, yeah, you know we got you. You're gonna be the richest inmate in there.
Hey, send me some of that tuna. Send me some of that tuna. They keep, you know, my canteen's on fleek.
All right, number 11. Do you have any martial arts training or experience? I guess they want the cops to know that before they start harassing you. Let's see, did this dude know martial arts or been boxing or something?
Exactly. Now look, that's just so they don't get their ass whooped when they try to jump on. Oh, do you know how to whoop ass? Okay, well, we won't fuck with you.
Wow, what kind of damn question
does
is
this
that?
have to do with being a juror?
Right.
That's what I've been saying through the whole damn thing. Number 12. Number 12. Other than what you have already described above, have you or anyone close to you participated in protest about police use of force or police brutality? Yes, no.
Of course I have. All across the country, yes. I have.
Wow.
I never protested. I don't think protest solves the problem. I prefer if black people would boycott and keep our money away from the devils.
Yeah, I'm in
That's a protest, though. That's a protest.
That's not
that was what the one time I ever disagreed.
The police are still killing you. The only boycotting is when you don't give them your money. Like when they
that's a protest. Boycott is a form of protest. Just because it's got another name.
Your fist out there, you know, arguing, holding up signs and marching back and forth.
No, see, that's marching. That's another form of protest. But boycott is a form of protest too. When they ask that question, that's a loaded question. A protest. Think about it. Colin Kaepernick was protesting by kneeling.
Yeah, peacefully protesting, right?
But a protest. Yeah, a protest is just when you oppose what's going on.
Yeah.
When you boycott them, you stay away from them. You don't spend your money with them. You don't deal with them. When Martin Luther King and the people fighting for civil rights were protesting, the cops beat them, sprayed them with water hoses, sick dogs on them, and it continued. When they boycotted and all unified and said, we're not going to ride their buses, we're not going to use the taxis.
Queen, I gotta correct you. Queen, I gotta correct you. I'm sorry. They did not look. Both of them were protests. When they were marching, they got their ass whooped. When they boycotted, they didn't. But both of them are protests. Look up the definition of boycott, and you will see the first thing is a protest.
But my whole thing is this: when you boycott, that's the only thing that affects change with them, because the devils only care about blood and revenue. When you take their money, they have some sense. When they boycotted them for 381 days, that is when they said, okay, you know what? You all can ride on whatever part of the bus you want. That's the only time from marching, signs, waving fists, and none of that.
Yeah, because I wanted to interject something that I had said a long time ago when and y'all know how near and dear I feel about Farrakhan, but I had a slight disagreement with him. I said when he was talking about the about our dollars during the holidays, I said no, that should be a way of life. You got to bring them down. You don't ever after they tweak it a little bit and like, okay, you can get on the bus and sit anywhere. No, we not gonna never ever get back on your bus. Because see, that affected those black bus companies a lot of people don't even know about.
Exactly. They went out of business, many of them. Dr. Claude Anderson spoke about that, but the sad thing is they kept their money away from them for 381 days. But the sad thing is the only thing they asked for was to have a seat on the bus. They should have asked for much more beneficial things for the community.
Because the thing is, I'm glad that you said that, because I have often said on my channel, when you got the enemy where you got the enemy, you don't compromise at all. You have to be like a python with their ass. You keep squeezing harder. You don't compromise at all whatsoever.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Oh, these next two questions are going to get you. Now, the 13 is, how favorable or unfavorable are you about Black Lives Matter?
I don't favorite because I think that it's run by George Soros, and I think they push an alphabet mafia agenda, and they're really not for Black people. That's what I tell them.
No. Whenever you look at their marches, you see a heavy mix of white people in the march. So it's already been hijacked. And then it's not what we can call 100% ours. It's not.
See, then what do is throw up in your face. If you against that, well, then you're homophobic. Well, y'all heterophobic then, all right? So I'll throw that right back in your face.
What about all that money? I did a video about a week or so ago where I exposed what they do with all that money, giving it to Act Blue, which is funding the Democrats, mainly Joe Biden and Bernie Sanders. All right. The top 10 vendors, out of the top 10 vendors, they were the top 2. After I exposed all of that and I showed everything on my live, all the receipts, do you know, like 3 or 4 days later, they came back and said, for the first time in 8 years since they've been in existence, Black Lives Matters wants to tell what's going on with all the money and what they're doing with it. And they admitted that some of it goes to political campaigns.
Wow.
You know what?
And isn't it Joe Biden that will not even talk to them?
No, I did a whole video on it because you remember the biscuit eaters, that's what I call them now. The biscuit eaters, remember they that meeting that he thought was private was being recorded, and he talked to them like he didn't have a head on them because they was pissed off because they didn't like some of his choices of the cabinet picks and stuff. And he was setting their ass straight. Then the very next day I did a story about Black Lives Matter, and they had put out a petition. Campbell, Joe ain't giving them no energy, and they up in their feelings about this shit. I don't know what the petition gonna do.
But when they first came out, because I was looking at that the other day when somebody was talking about that, they was like, man, I was like, well, let's be honest. When they first came out, them motherfuckers was going after Democrats and Republicans. The Democrats took them.
I think that was the real ones, because you're absolutely right.
Yeah, when they first came out, they were going after Democrats and Republicans. But my thing is this. I have no problem with them using the money for using the money buying politicians, because that's exactly what we're supposed to do. The problem is that they're not using that shit for us.
Right.
Well, that's the whole thing.
The problem ain't that they got the money, and the problem ain't that they paying politicians. Problem is they paying politicians that ain't doing shit for us.
Yeah,
that's what they for it to not do. That money traced back, the paper trail that I found traced back to George Soros. Not only that, when I saw that the name of the place, the organization that the money was going to was called Act Blue, I said, hold up. This has got to be something to do with either Blue Lives Matter or the Democrats. And so
it's probably Democrat. Look, Queen, you might not be in touch with my channel. Black people say George Soros like we supposed to care. George Soros is nobody. I care nothing about George Soros. George Soros.
Oh no, I don't think she was caring about him. I think she was just showing you where everything was pointing.
Yeah, that's what. That's what I was going to get to. I was going to get to that. We be talking about the money that he give to token people. Man, he ain't giving that to no black people, so it don't even matter.
That's why it's a sham, because my point is this. When you had groups like the Black Panther Party, they were down for black people legitimately. Yeah. You have a group that is funded by white people. That is not a group that's down for black people. They're not working in our best, at our behest. That's a hidden. That's why every time there's a Black Lives Matter protest, they're always out there promoting LGBTQ. That does, and then they try to divide and conquer and say Black trans lives matter. Well, Black trans are Black lives. So what are you talking about? It's like they're trying to make a divide, and that's when they start with the saying we're homophobic and all of that. It's nothing but an agenda to sow seeds of discourse. That's my whole point. And another point is the people that started this whole thing down there in Ferguson, the activists down there, including Michael Brown Sr., Michael Brown Jr.'s father. They said they have only received $500 since 2014. And when they found out after I dropped receipts for $90 million of the money that Black Lives Matter got in just 2020 alone, they were donated $90 million. Now they're suing them for $20 million because they said, where's the money going? And that's the reason I was looking into it, because I said the same thing. Where's all this money going? Is this money going to the black people, the victims of the family of the victims? What are they doing with all this money? That's why I started following the paper trail. They're not giving that money to black people. They're not giving it to the families of the victims. That money is going to white people, and they are using black people's pain as a way to gain that money, to monetize off of our pain, and just as they have always done. That's what it is. That's why I do not care about Black Lives Matter. They do nothing but sow seeds of discord in the black community and use us to get profit.
You know what it makes me think of, Queen, is that these people will fund a war on both ends.
That's right. You're so right. They'll start the problem and then come with the solution.
Yeah.
That's what they've done. And black people keep falling for it. And now the people down there in Ferguson were legit activists. That's why they're dead. They killed at least 6 of them, right?
Yeah, they sure did. And I did a video on each one of them.
Yes, absolutely. And so that's they're down there suing them now, because they're like, wait a minute, y'all collected in just 1 year $90 million, and all this time they've been telling them, lying and saying they haven't been getting any money. So then,
you know what?
See, the George Floyd death, that really that blew them up. You know, that's where the bulk of their money came off of his death.
Yeah, I've been asking for the longest. After his death, they was doing all this, raising money, knee-jerk reaction and stuff. Where the hell did the money go?
Right.
Queen, you just brought this to my mind. You remember the $25 million YouTube donated to help YouTube creators? What the fuck happened to that? Did they help any of the YouTube black creators?
No.
I ain't seen nothing.
No.
None at all.
That's what they didn't do. And they demonetized my channel yesterday, by the way. They sent me a notification because I did that video. I'm assuming it's because I either did the video about Michelle Obama talking to Wade's son or daughter, Zaya.
Oh, I saw that. Oh, man.
What happened? I missed that one.
Yeah, so I did a video about that, and I wasn't saying anything negative because that's their child. But my whole thing was I was showing proof and receipts of how these doctors were saying that those puberty blockers that they give these young kids, it's not good and it has all kinds of side effects and all those things. And my whole point was, I don't care if anybody wants to be gay, live your life or whatever, but at the end of the day, the problem is you should not allow young children who are not even old enough to get a driver's license to make these type of life-altering decisions. And for two, it's because clearly it seems like they're pushing an agenda.
Oh yeah, they want the age of the, they want
talking about Dwayne Wade's son.
Yeah, pushing
daughter. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they want that. I've been saying for
that's his son.
Yeah,
that's his son.
And well, Michelle Obama was praising him.
That was my whole point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is she praising Zaya? Okay, I said Zaya, she's calling Zaya a role model and all of that. Now, maybe Zaya is a role model for children like her who are going through a transition. I said, but at the end of the day, why isn't she praising these little black kids who are 11 and 14, two brothers who already graduated college with aerospace engineering degrees? What about the 14-year-old black girl who's already accepted to law school? There's numerous black children with accolades they've achieved. They've already graduated college with high scores and all that. How come she's not praising and putting that on the forefront? But that's what you want to give to black people. That's how you promote to your children.
Well, Michelle basically drunk the Kool-Aid. Once you didn't, step into that demonic world, your ass is stuck like Chuck.
Yeah, but if you remember, Michelle and Obama were the first to shine that gay flag on the White House.
That's right. They were.
No other president ever did that. They were.
They was down for moistness before anybody. They were moist advocates.
At his first inauguration speech, I didn't hear it. I felt it, and he was speaking to the gay community.
But that's how he got to be the president. Because remember, David Geffen, who is a member of the Alphabet Mafia, that's who got him to be, funded him, sponsored him for him to be there. That's the same man who lied, who started the rumor that Michael Jackson was a pedophile.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, because Michael Jackson, he tried to kiss Michael Jackson. And he told him, no, I like women. That's when he set out on a campaign, a smear campaign. He's the one who funded Barack Obama after the Democratic National Convention. That's how he got where he is, and so he owed it to them, I suppose. But at the end of the day, isn't Barack Obama part of the Alphabet Mafia? Remember that man at that press conference and told all that information? Now he's dead all of a sudden. And then the black choir director who was 27, who also said he had relations with him, then he's dead. And then the other black man who was working on his campaign, who also said that he had relations with him, and they're all dead. Convenient. And he called Michelle Michael in public, remember?
Yeah.
He said Michael and I. So clear.
Oops.
Oh, wow. Okay, the next question, that's loaded. How favorable or unfavorable are you about Blue Lives Matter?
Please.
Why is this on a jury? Wow. This seems so inappropriate.
I told you that Lives Matter. I knew it. That's exactly what they're trying to get. Those people who love the cops, bootlicks.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's why they asked about Black Lives Matter. They want to know if you don't like them, you can be on the jury. And if you like Blue Lives Matter, you definitely can be on the jury. That's how they looking at it.
Katie dropped from the stream, so we got him back. All right, so this next all personal stuff. So age, gender, level of education, work status, previous 5 positions you held in 10 years. What city do you live in and how long did you live there? So these are personal stuff. Please list the cities and states you lived in, marriage status.
Oh, yeah.
Spouse or partner, high level of education completed by your spouse or partner. What are the ages and gender of your children?
What they gotta? Why they gotta know about your spouse and
shit?
Yeah.
Have you ever served in the military?
Hold up. My kids ain't even old enough to be on a jury, so why you need to know their age and gender?
That sounds like a setup. So if you set it up, harass, you know what school your kids go to and harass them too.
Yeah. Do you or anyone close to you have any training or experience, work or volunteer in the following areas: law enforcement, criminal justice,
Yeah,
criminology,
yeah,
and forensic science?
Yes,
yeah.
I was on a forensic science board. Also, I have 2 criminal justice degrees, so that would count me all the way out.
Okay. So
Lord.
then you got medicine, healthcare, counsel, psychology, mental health, civil rights, or social justice issues. So they're asking
Yeah.
if you ever worked or have experience in those areas. The next
So
one, do you have or anyone close to you have the following experiences? Victim of crime. Were you a victim of crime? Accused of a crime? Struggle with
who the,
drug addiction?
who the fuck black ain't been accused of?
You're accused every day.
That's not fair. Who black haven't been accused of a crime? They say, have you been accused? I'm black. I've been accused of shit I ain't do since I was 5.
Mm-hmm.
What I often say,
By the
what I
same
often
people.
say on my channel, every millisecond, somebody is fucking with us. Every millisecond, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Who the fuck ain't been accused of a crime?
I know, right? I know. Ain't that crazy?
Hey,
Listen, are accused of
hold
crime.
on, y'all. Every time we go into a Chinese corner store, we are accused of a crime. He's stealing. He's stealing.
Hurry up and die. Hurry up and
Man,
die.
why you think they
You
fucking
buy.
with us
That's
like
what
that?
they want to say to me. You buy. You buy. I said, yeah, bitch. It'll be the last time I go up in this little nasty, raggedy ass store.
And them
stuff.
stores be stinking and
They
everything.
do.
Yeah,
Before you even step in there, you can smell that shit. But up here in the Bay,
and they mess around and bring the damn wet market to the damn store. I'm like, how you do that?
Yep. And you know
But
what?
nah,
I want to say this real quick. Up here in the Bay Area, these Asians ain't getting hired up here in the Bay Area. I kept saying they afraid of getting that nigga moment. That's what they've been afraid of. You know,
I want you.
Who does
I
the
want y'all
hiring
to look
now?
at the true.
white people.
We
White
don't
people.
own them businesses, so who's doing the who? So those are the ones that are refusing to hire them.
Mhm.
Yep,
Mhm.
and some more Asians, them Indians out there, them Arab, them Indian, them Asian Indians ain't hiring them. So, but what I looked at was just hold up. So it asks who been accused of a crime.
Yes.
Do
Have
you
you
know
been
if
accused, have you been accused of a crime?
have you been accused of a crime? Do you know somebody been accused of a crime? And do you know somebody who's been addicted to drugs? What do those 3 have to do with each other?
Nothing. Nothing.
So listen what they just asked you. Have you ever been accused of a crime? Is your mama a crackhead? What? Is that what you just asked me? I know you know some crackheads, don't you? The motherfuckers just asked you, you committed a crime before, don't you? He sound like Joe Clark. Did Joe Clark write this?
He probably
committed
did.
a crime, didn't you? Didn't you? You smoke
did.
crack, don't you? You know you smoke crack. You know somebody that smokes crack.
Lord have mercy.
So number 14 is, why would any of the experience you noted above make it difficult for you to be fair and impartial? If so, why?
Why? Because of my upbringing. I'm damaged. I'm affected by the system. My family brainwashed me real good. Prior to the people, I'm gonna always be a cub for life. All right, I'm gangster about my shit.
I would say that I could be fair and impartial, because I'm gonna be fair when I find him guilty.
That's right.
Yeah, and you know what? I've been talking about that. I've been saying this lately. The enemy don't give a damn if the royal family can be fair, balanced, and objective.
That's right.
I was about to say we're too damn fair. We need to start being unfair towards them.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be fair. I'm coming up in there greasy. You know, I'm coming up in there. I'm just letting you know. Your ass just because I'm having flashbacks. You know,
not flashbacks.
Yeah.
All right. So the next one, have you had any of the following court experience? Have you served on a jury in a criminal case, served on a jury in a civil case, testified as a witness in a court case, served on a grand jury.
Did you ever snitch on a nigga?
Reinterpret. Yeah, go ahead, LBZ. Take the wheel. Take it.
And they want to know what branch of the judicial branch that you serve on.
For me.
So basically, they want to know, hey, are you a fed? Have you ever snitched on a nigga? Will you snitch on a nigga? That's what that question is asking you. Will you snitch on a nigga?
Mm-hmm.
Just leave a dot. Look,
you know
they tell you don't answer the.
What I noticed in these questions, they ain't asked nobody in these questions. Have you ever used opiates, or anybody in your family ever used opiates, or have any of y'all ever used meth, or
Oh no, they just asked, did you use drugs, or do you know somebody use drugs? Right? White people gonna write hard right down there, and they just gonna write hard. They can say, "Oh no, that's okay. That don't count."
Mm-hmm.
We're looking for black drugs.
Yeah. 16. Would any of the experiences you noted above make it difficult for you to be fair and impartial? If so, why? I just got this feeling they want you to be fair and impartial for Derek Chauvin.
Yeah, that's what it
That's
is.
what I would say.
They're not concerned about George Floyd at all.
Right.
Everything is geared towards you showing favoritism towards the cop.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole damn thing is they want to let him off the damn hook by writing these dumbass questions. I think that's what it is.
That's exactly what it is. And do you all know they're gonna have cages around him to protect him?
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah.
And Queen, you know what? They only want one family member at a time on George Floyd's side to be in the courtroom.
Yes.
I'm like, what? His whole family can't be. They don't want the whole family there.
Isn't that something?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I
they
bet
really
the family will be in there.
Yeah.
It's quite obvious what's going down with them on this. I mean, it just reeks with it. You can smell it and everything, because the sad part about this, trust and believe, there is going to be at least possibly 2 Negroes on there that's going to answer that in such a way that they're going to feel very comfortable with them.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna find some out there.
Yeah.
They might well ask you.
I think
this is the question they might well ask you. They're gonna ask you this next, y'all. They're gonna say, "Do you listen to Jason Whitlock?" That's all they're gonna ask.
Oh man, no, hell no, not him. All right, number 7.
Like Jesse Lee Peterson?
17. Please list any hobbies or special interests you have. Oh, I like to lay on my sofa and smoke some weed. My hobby.
I like to smoke weed. I'm smoking now. I like to smoke. Let me list another. Calling crackers peckerwoods. That's a hobby of mine.
I'm gonna just, I ain't filtered. Hobbies. Yeah, we have sex 3 times a day. Oh, I would say all kind of shit.
That's not a hobby. That's not a hobby. That's recreation. Look, we need.
Oh, I got a favorite one. How about I like to be left the fuck alone by you damn pigs?
There you go, KD.
KD, I got a hobby.
What do I gotta tell? I mean, seriously, why do they even need to know that?
I'm gonna tell them I play the electronic football set. I still that's my heart. I play with wrestling men. That's what I do. That's my hobby.
You a fool, baby.
Yeah, well, I think what you said, you know what? LVD, I think you need to throw in there under hobbies and special interests is that Rush Limbaugh party you had online.
Yeah. I like to smoke Rush Pack. What's my hobby?
If it ain't the great Mr. Oxycontin his damn self, I'm good. I said when I heard the news, I was celebrating too.
I was over there.
Man.
I was laid out. LVZ put it on.
That was that power hour, that Rush Pack power hour. Lisa, KD, True Roy, y'all had it pumping. Queen, I ain't know Queen. I would have played one for you. I would have played a song for you, for Rush. I was playing all the hits that everybody wanted to play for Rush Limbaugh. Rest in peace.
Yeah, because last time I checked, he was the Oxycontin king around that motherfucker.
He was. Yeah. And remember, he didn't even buy his own drugs. He would send his little Mexican housekeeper out there to get his shit.
Yeah, you know that day that when he died, or a day after, Candace Owens had to put in her 2 cents. I'm like, Candace, you always.
I actually got a video of.
I wonder how that coon that hang around him snarly. I wonder how he feels about this bullshit.
Yeah, I don't know. I got a video on Candace coming out, a recent statement she made in the New York Times.
I drug her ass the other night.
So, so that came out today, and I got my video coming out about that tomorrow.
I can't wait to see that.
Number 18, please list any organizations you have belonged to or in which you participate, including in an active volunteer or financial supporter. This could include veteran groups, service clubs, social clubs, unions, professional, volunteer, neighborhood, educational, and political groups.
I want to answer first. I'm still a part of the Black Panthers. I was born into it. I couldn't, I didn't have no choice in the matter. They have indoctrinated me, and I believe wholeheartedly in all the things they have taught me and everything. Even though I have been in the union and I have been a citizen and worked and everything, I'm really deep down inside a Black Panther for life. Power to the people.
I'm a part. I got one. It's called Fuck Esau. How about that?
I'm gonna have to join that club with you, KD. You're gonna have to tell me how to join. Okay, so this is opinions regarding justice system. Number 1, do you believe that the justice system in this country is a fair system? Oh, please. Oh, please.
Hey, tell that joke again, Lisa. You was like Chappelle. Tell that joke again. Let me hear that. That was a good one.
What's the origins of this particular system? Slave catchers. What the fuck you talking about? You got me real fucked up.
Do you believe in their justice system? No, I don't believe in it. And no, it's never been fair.
They never intended. You gotta go. Wait a minute. Wait. Their intentions. What is their intentions? Okay, we got to pay attention to their intentions, and then we have to be very clear about our intentions. And True Royal's intentions is I'm full tilt, ready for war. I will lie for my people. I will do whatever it takes. Power to the people. I'm a cub for life.
All I'm gonna say is this here. I'm a part of the Peckerwood Punishers. I'm of a group of one. I punish Peckerwoods in the morning, in the evening, in the afternoon, and at night. Eat Peckerwoods for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I say Peckerwood 300 times a day. It makes my teeth white.
Shit is funny.
You basically what I am is a punishment to the Peckerwood, and when they ask what am I with, I'm just gonna go ahead and indulge them. They say, "Who are you with?" I'm with the Black Guerrilla family.
Yeah.
Everybody knows I'm a Black identity extremist from the Black Guerrilla family. Who doesn't know that?
You didn't tell it all.
Well, this is about to get more insulting. The next question is, do you believe our criminal justice system works?
Hell no.
Yeah. Now, see, that's where we disagree. The criminal
the only time this shit works is against us.
I'm about to say it's working fine. That's why it's the just us. It's the just them.
We the only one up in here that's going to get justice. Exactly.
Just us. Well, who going to jail? Just us. That's the justice. Hey, Queen, hold on. Who's getting shot in the back? Just us. That's the justice system.
Damn, Lisa, how many questions is there? Damn.
16 pages. 16 pages.
What page?
That's how they went.
Damn.
We're just starting 12.
We got to take a lunch break.
No, we can't take a lunch break.
Damn.
Because we only got, what, 4 pages left?
I know,
Okay.
but this is ridiculous.
I know. Can you imagine the people sitting and filling this shit out?
That's what I was saying. I looked at that. I looked at the PDF last night and said, God damn, this is the biggest waste of time in the history of minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, these people wholeheartedly serious about this shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
Number 3, under our system of justice, defendants are presumed innocent of the criminal charges against them. Would you have any difficulty following this principle law? That's not true, because your cops act as judge, jury, and executioner all at the same time on the streets.
Right. And then furthermore, can y'all explain this to me? If you innocent until proven guilty, why the fuck do I go to jail?
Right. Yep.
I mean, come on. Look, that's the most insulting shit right there about that. When they say that shit to a nigga that's been arrested that many times, I say that shit all the time. I say, hold up, I'm innocent till proven guilty. Why the fuck are you putting handcuffs on me then? I'm innocent. You didn't prove shit yet.
Well, it's not supposed to be right. And that's the point. They're not supposed to be proven nothing out on the street, because you are supposed to get your day in court. But the way they do it up in here, that cop comes to be the jury, the judge, and the executioner all at once.
You know what? I often have said, my husband have said this, which was a deep statement to me. He said, when it comes to the law, he said, when it comes to us, it's the letter of the law. But when it comes to white people, it's the spirit of the law. And I was like, they're absolutely right. So you lock up a brother, like LVZ is saying, and stuff, and they know it's harder for you to fight your way up out of that, because it's easier to when you're out, and possibly get some kind of decent counsel, you may have a better chance. But when they want to shackle your ass down and you got to work in behind those enemy walls, damn, you know. Because again, the ultimate goal, even though you could be absolutely innocent, the ultimate goal of the enemy, don't lose sight of this in this war, is to psychologically damage you. The righteous of passage for our royal sons is to have some type of contact with the law enforcement, again, to psychologically damage us. Now they doing the entire royal family.
Yep.
Number 4, under our system of justice, the prosecution has the burden of proof, the defendant guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Would you have any difficulty following this principle of law? You know, it's amazing how they do. It's like the wild, wild west with us out on the streets. But when we go to their courts, everything got to be followed by the principle of the law. How come you're not worried about the principle of the law with these cops on the street harassing and killing us?
Lisa, you have done videos where I have personally seen cops plant dope on people.
Yeah.
You know? Plant dope on people, and them motherfuckers are still on the force, and they gonna tell you didn't see what you seen. See, like me, I've been saying that too for a long time. I said, Big Brother is watching you, but the enemy never factor in that they would be watched too, and so then they want to insult our intelligence and say, well, you don't know what happened before the film start. No, we don't know about what the fuck we was looking at.
We don't need to know what happened before a film start. Okay, we don't need that information.
Lisa, True, KD, Queen. Do y'all know what this is? This basically saying that I'm laughing over this show. I'm crying because I just told myself a joke. Do you know what the fuck this whole thing is saying? Black people, you're not gonna pull an OJ now.
Oh yeah, you know they concerned. You know they concerned.
Hey, all these questions screamers. Hey, if we put any you Negroes on, you're not gonna pull an OJ now, are you? This white guy's got to get off.
What are they worried about, LVZ? They really worried about that. They really worried about, they took that wholeheartedly when all that stuff went down with OJ and stuff, and they put all them black women on
But hold on.
Austin,
think all of these questions. This is everything they said about them black women at the end of the fucking OJ trial.
Yeah, they were.
You
were
got
really
a problem being biased. They said that they was biased. They said that they was letting the emotions get to them. They said this was all that they said about them black women at the end of the OJ, as if they didn't listen to the evidence and go, "This is bullshit."
But you know what? You're absolutely right. But see, they had to rewrite that. They had to rewrite that playbook because they thought they knew black women, and they thought that black women was so pissed off with OJ because he exclusively now messed with Becky's. But the black woman knew that this was way past the Becky's and all of that. This was an attack on our community, and those women were opportunists. So you have to really watch. In a war, you really got to watch out for the female. And I'm going to prove that when I do my video about the Confederate dollars. It's going to be real.
But True, I'm surprised you didn't say what I thought you were going to say. See, I'm going to go ahead and put it out there. The Queens wasn't checking for OJ big head, corny ass anyway. Y'all wasn't never looking at OJ thinking he was the shit. Big windshield, forehead, motherfucker. Y'all wasn't dreaming of him.
No,
this nigga running through the airport.
Queens was taking into account of what has happened to the males and their individual family and the shit that they have seen in the community.
Hey, the Queens wasn't checking for OJ coon ass. We don't know sister want that nigga in their bed.
It was never about OJ and stuff.
Right.
You got to be an opportunist in this war. You got to be unforgiving how you get down.
That's just that's their thing. They think everybody want to sleep with everybody like them. So that's why they played that card. He's sleeping with
one. They thought they knew us.
That's why they played that card for all of these years. They thought everybody. Cause what happened when they ran their little constrous friends? They just giggle and agree with everything they say. So then they figure, like you said, they know us.
LVZ, it's like this. Back in the day when we were still in there being maid servants and shit like that, and they would freely talk, tell all their business right there, and we standing there, and they think that shit, we ain't hearing that and comprehending that, and at the end of the day, we go back to the slave quarters, let everybody know what's going down.
Right. Because they don't even know, like this is a perfect example. We got a trick for their ass. Say the police lock me up again for some more weed again. And I'm like, man, the shit supposed to be decriminalized. Watch what I do. I'm going to call you. I'm going to call Lisa, KD. I'm going to call Queen. Queen going to have to unwrap it. Look, y'all going to get y'all John fried and laid to the side. Y'all going to have on some Levi's Dockers. And y'all going to go in that courtroom and y'all going to answer, white is on. No, we like Laura Ingraham. And they going to like, get them on the jury. And they going to put y'all on the jury. And then when y'all get on that jury, y'all like, that nigga didn't do it. They tricked us.
And then we got our queen here. She is a lethal weapon, having a criminal justice background. She dangerous.
She know what I'm doing.
That's a hell of a weapon. She got that jujitsu up there.
I am flooding the jury, but I know how to do it. I'm a Tom y'all up there. Lisa, man, hello, how are you doing? I'm Lisa Boudreaux Cabrera III. You got to put your job interview voice on.
Yes, there she goes. We know how to switch our voices up real quick.
Let KD ever get in trouble. Watch what I do. I'm going to shave all my facial hair and put on some small ass pants, some white socks, and some
You gonna have some of them hot water pants to go up your ass.
auntie, to some skateboard shoes. My balls are gonna be hurting like I don't know what in the pants. I'm gonna go in there. Hey, how you doing, sir? I've never watched TV in my life. My favorite show is Friends. No.
Oh my goodness, this queen coming in with her African garb. She got beautiful eyes, and they gonna be.
No, she gonna do that when I'm getting off. When she come in, when she come into the jury, she know the deal. She gonna make her John look like Candace Owens. She Queen coming. Hey Queen, you gotta come in there with Candace Owens. You can't be coming like that. Right.
Yeah.
Queen gonna come in there every day looking like Candace Owens. Dude. Look, the white man gonna be looking at her on the jury. Oh, that nigga's going to jail today. Then the last day when y'all do the deliberation, y'all gonna change back to y'all. I'm gonna be laughing like shit.
Wakanda.
Listen, let me tell you something. You know, there was a white guy accused of murder, and he was bald headed and looked like he just never had all these tattoos all over his face and neck. Do you know every day before they took him into the courtroom, they would take 3 hours having a makeup artist cover up all his tattoos?
What? Oh, I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it.
I saw that.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what that made me think of? Lisa did that video. Lisa, remember when they had that shootout with them bikers, and one of them bikers came in and they had cut all the facial hair off, and then it turned out this biker was married to a black woman.
No. That was a Proud Boy.
Oh, that was a Proud Boy.
That was a Proud Boy.
Yeah, that was a Proud Boy.
And you know what? Speaking of that, I haven't heard about that Enrique Tarrio. You know, the Proud Snitch. I ain't heard about him lately.
Wow.
Yeah, he went completely silent.
Well, you know what it made me also think of? That dude now, the ex-NFL player, he came to the courtroom, had his hair all cut and everything. They said that was his pride. And I mean, it's so obvious. You'd be like, what? Who was that?
The one that beat up his black girlfriend?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. They cut his hair up too. But you said 3 hours to cover up the tattoos all over them?
You know,
yeah.
wow.
Oh, no.
On his neck, everything. They would do that and put him in a suit every day before they
every day. Hey, Queen, tell the truth. Remember that Bama had some satanic tattoos on him.
Yes.
I know who you talk about. I saw that this Bama killed everybody, y'all. They put glasses on him, made him up, covered all his tattoos, put a suit on his crotch, and just sat him there.
Did he have tattoos on his face?
Yes.
Yeah.
He had on his neck, face, everywhere.
Yeah, he had them everywhere.
Everywhere.
Because they didn't want
They changed that motherfucker to a clean skin.
That's right.
Mm-mm.
They did do that for white people. They're not gonna do it for no black person.
Sure won't.
No, they want you to come in there looking fucked up and ashy. We know this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, number 5, y'all. Under our system of justice, defendants have the right to remain silent. And if they exercise that right, their silence is not to be used against them. Would you have any difficulty following this principle of law?
Motherfucker, you need to ask your police officers that.
Right.
Niggas don't be saying shit and they be making shit up.
Mm-hmm. Be lying all over the damn police report and everything.
Yeah, they do it all the time. You can sit there and be totally silent. And then
sometimes don't even write anything on the damn police report.
Yeah, like Breonna Taylor. Yep, sure. Yeah. Had the shit blank.
They like to pencil shit in and out.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
this is supposed to be asking your cop.
You at the scene of the crime and your ass be in another state. You be like, I didn't know I had that kind of power. I didn't know I was capable of doing that. Damn.
Mm-hmm. And think about, even with Mumia, thinking about them when they withheld evidence from, the case that could have cleared you. They hiding it in a closet or at the cop's garage or something.
Yeah, you give that information. What was that, about 2 years ago? We ain't heard nothing else about it. Now he is sitting up in there with Rona. You know they didn't gave him Rona.
Mm-hmm. Okay, number 6, under our system of justice, the potential consequences of your verdict, including potential penalty or punishment, must not in a way affect the jury's decision as to whether or not to prosecute has proven the defendant guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Would you have any difficulty following this principle of law?
I won't have no difficulty saying that he's guilty. I won't have no problem with it.
I'm just gonna let him know I came in biased. You know, I don't care if I seen footage that you can clear him totally. He guilty just because I've been affected by the system. I'm a cub for life.
Speaking of bias, I know they be playing some of that jury in there and with the damn judge and shit. I know they be working together. A lot of people don't peep that.
Mm-hmm.
Look, the officer was just doing his job. It was really tough to figure out what was going on. There was a lot going on. Maybe
You're right, LVZ. It took some time for Derek Chauvin to decide which knee to get on.
Mm-hmm.
Knee to use. This was really, he needed to make a split second decision to save his life because that fake 20 could have killed everybody outside.
Yeah. He feared his life. A fake 20. He feared his fucking life.
Mm-hmm.
And then look at the theater that they're using. They use theater. They're gonna have him all protected by all these people. That's all motherfucking ass.
Look at what they did. Yeah, and look at what they did when he went to jail. They got all of the black COs off of the floor Derek Chauvin was jailed on and put all white COs on the floor to protect
them. They basically, when they said that, they saying that nobody can be fair. Nobody cannot do their job properly. You got a bunch of black cops and COs and stuff be seeing they folks come in and day out and they do their motherfucking job. But then when this white motherfucker come in, all of a sudden, because they 9 times out of 10 they even know him and everything. See, they telling on themselves at the end of the day. This ain't nothing but theater.
Mm-hmm. I'm great. Fuck y'all up. Don't laugh. I'm an idiot. I don't know why I just thought of this. This what the defense gonna say for Derek Chauvin. He's not a racist. See that fake 20? He was trying to capture the slave master on front of it.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
That's the defense to say he ain't racist, Lisa. See, he was looking for that fake 20 to capture that evil slave master that was on front of it.
Mm-hmm.
Derek Chauvin looking for slave master.
Mm-hmm. Number 7, under our system of justice, the jury must decide the case solely on the evidence produced in court and the law that the judge instructs, and not because of bias, passion, prejudice, or sympathy. Would you have any difficulty following this principle of law?
Absolutely.
No.
I will have difficulty.
No. Stop that, Auntie. No, you won't. Because the reason you're going to say because the reason you're going to say he's guilty, not because of none of that. It's because of the video of this nigga, of his brother on the ground with a cracker with his knee on his neck. It has nothing to do with passion. Look, if I took all my passion and emotion out of my body, and I would look and go, wow, so look at that. I don't think that cop should be having his knee on a motherfucker's neck. So it has nothing to do with none of that. It has something to do with this video I'm watching. That's all. Right?
So based on the evidence, what you as a juror seeing, you're going based on the letter of the law now. Based on what you seen, he was leaning on his neck a little over 8 minutes, and he didn't have any based on what you seen, how could he fear for his life?
Right. So why are they even putting this in there? Nobody is basing it. We didn't hear the story. Did anybody hear the story of George Floyd, or did we see it?
We saw
it. We seen it. And if he trying to say he feared for his life, then the burden is on him. Is that correct? the verdict, then you would have to prove how you feared for your life. Was he in any danger? Because the other surrounding cops that supported the bullshit, they were ready to shoot whoever stepped out of line with them. You know, people were saying stuff, but
and you can't take off the table also that George Floyd and Derek Chauvin knew each other from a nightclub job.
Yeah, that's right.
And they said they didn't get along there.
Yeah.
Because,
you know, and I know why. Because one time they went to the men's bathroom, and he happened. And brothers have told me this more than once. White men sure like to go look at y'all penis size and stuff, and he's seen it and felt some kind of way, and that impression stayed on his frontal lobe.
And plus, he had a white girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's what it was right there, Auntie, about that. I think that the cop probably tried to hit on his girlfriend, and that's how he found out he was coming up small. It ain't had nothing to do with him following him to the back.
Did you see that? No, I'm adding that in. I'm leaving the penis size in there.
Nah, it might have been. That's the reason why she didn't leave George for him. I'm telling you, that's what bothered him. I'm telling you, it be shit. Look, when Lisa and you said that, we all said that they probably know each other. Before we found out, they really, and then they did. And then when we found that out, I said, I bet you. He tried to say something to dude's girlfriend, that white girl. Because you said, look at her. Did you see Derek Chauvin? He looked like a crackhead cop.
He sure did.
Everybody in the chat room that served somebody that looked like Derek Chauvin. Nigga, go ahead, just let it go. I know what you did.
All right, y'all, let's go to the next question. This is trial length and ability to serve. So the first, our best prediction is that jury selection will last from March 8th to the 26th. Will you have to appear at the Hennepin County Government Center for 1 to 2 days in that time frame? That's your time to appear, will be assigned later. If you are selected for the jury in this case, you will have to appear every day, every weekday, starting March 29th, 2021, until the trial and deliberations are finished, estimated to be 3 to 4 weeks. Is there any significant hardship or reason why you cannot serve during this time period?
You know what? How I take that, Lisa? They are already, because you know they orchestrating everything. They're already letting folks know we're gonna work under this tight ass schedule. We're gonna do whatever it takes to get him off.
Yeah, well, them putting up 12-foot fence and barbed wire tells me they're going to get him off.
Yeah.
Okay, so number 2, go ahead, LVZ.
I was saying they just scaring any potential juror. I mean, if you're a juror, they giving you that cause for pause. Look, you're going to be here for a month now. You're going to be here for a month. They telling you that off the break.
Yeah. Number 2, during jury deliberation and possibly for part of the trial, the jury will be sequestered. That means the jury will work into evenings and be taken to a hotel to stay overnight. Is there any reason you cannot be sequestered overnight?
They might be tainting your food. The room's gonna be bugged. They gonna know what you be saying in the rooms and everything in a controlled environment.
But the other thing is, that's what I was saying right there, to scare any potential juror. Look, for a month, we about to lock you up in a hotel room. Look, and the hardship shit is for me. Now, I always put myself in certain situations. And I look at that, I go, what they trying to do is make a nigga like me or a single black woman with a kid. Now, you know you got them kids. Can you be gone for a month now? See what I'm saying?
What are they paying? What are they paying? What are they paying daily?
Oh, I don't know. That's not in the questioning.
Because I think they pay like $12 a day in.
Yeah, it's really no money at all, practically.
Mhm.
Okay, so number 3, secure parking will be provided for jurors, free of charge. So, are you able to drive yourself or have someone drop you off each day?
Okay, so the trick question is the person is dropping you off. Then they got to know about who that is.
Yep.
So they already do intel in the damn car once you get in there. It's like you're already trapped.
They got cameras all outside of the courtroom. They gonna see you coming and going. I mean, make no mistake about that. They gonna see you coming and going.
To the tutor.
Okay. 4, how difficult do you think it would be for you to evaluate graphic shots on video, including photos and videos of a person who has died? So, in other words, they're going to be showing George Floyd's dead body.
Well, it's not. It ain't difficult because they have indoctrinated us so much. I mean, let's go back to Emmett Till. They keep putting that out there,
well,
to make
we can say them showing it on, like we said, this was before you came, Queen, how they showed it on a 24/7 loop.
Yeah,
on all of mainstream media. We already seen George Floyd body laying in the street.
Dead body 100 times.
All the other stuff we seen, they repeatedly keep showing pictures of black men that have been hung. That picture where that brother where he got all them he literally keloid because he done been whipped on his back and all of that kind of stuff. They feed that shit to us, to where it's like my father had told me years ago, what is highly dysfunctional becomes the norm, where we that's just norm to us. And everything that's how they do that. But then what gets me is it's like 9/11. They got the bitching and crying because they got tired of seeing that whole World Trade Center collapse, and they said it was affecting their psyche. See, you told on yourself again, right like that. See, a lot of people don't want to believe this, but these folks use psychologists and everything and say, how can we fuck these people heads up? And they will let you know this is what you need to do. It'll even be in your subconscious where they just repeatedly see these things. They even go as far as if you are going to a casino, they know the right temperature to use in there to keep your ass in there gambling.
Yeah, well, they do it in grade school. That's how they get our kids in grade school. What they'll let you do is see them going above and beyond for a white child in class. And when a black child is in a situation, they just want to verbalize everything to, do it this way, do this, do that. But the white child, they make sure they put the arm around the child, lean over and show them everything. That's all part of the psychology. That's all part of it.
You're absolutely, you're absolutely right, Lisa. When I was in the 4th grade, I whooped a white girl's ass. And when they took me to the office,
you a bad child. You always beating up on people.
I was always
a bad-ass child.
I know it was bad.
I slapped this
child. This woman done beat up on white girls. She done beat up on white boys.
I done beat men up
on everything.
I done beat men up.
Choked out the Mexicans, smacked up some shit.
Oh, that's nothing. I whooped the brad's ass before school. That's nothing.
But let me tell you something. What I'm saying is deep. Let me tell you something about this. So in 4th grade, when I go to the office, the little white girl's ass that I beat, they let her little friend be the witness because she was so distraught and so afraid of my high yellow ass. So she spoke in her behalf. I could see that in the 4th grade. I'm like, what kind of people is these? The bitch shouldn't have got on the monkey bars. I told her to step away. Got her ass whooped.
I remember when they moved me to PG County. They first moved me out PG County when I graduated from elementary, and I was mad I wasn't in Southwest DC no more. And I was in the tag class, so it's me, 2 other black dudes, 2 black girls, and all white people and Chinese people. Man, I ran that class. one day, white boy Jason, one day this white boy Jason had said something to this girl, Cherie Jones. I used to love her. And I said, what'd you say to her? I'm gonna whoop your ass at the end of the day. Everybody like, oh shit, you know you're gonna get got. You know when you get on the bus, he's gonna catch you, right? So white boy Jason tries to get on the bus, and I knock his ass on the bus. Boom! He laid over there. He laid up face first, right next to the bus driver. Bus driver, why'd you do that? Shut the fuck up and drive your bus. I was a badass little kid myself. So I get on the bus.
Lisa, I was a sweet little. I was sweet. Lisa said I was bad.
But auntie, I had my moment.
Now wait a minute. Now I was for the most part a good girl, but when you fucked with me, yes, I stepped up. Okay.
Yeah, am I sure?
Lisa, you.
Am I short? Am I short time to cap? Am I short time to cap? In my short time in Cali and shit, I was riding the bus and shit, you know what I'm saying? I was, getting on the Becky driver's nerves. I was throwing up the middle finger. I was whooping a little kid's ass. I did everything to get off that damn bus.
Mm-hmm. What, Lisa beat up high school. Lisa was junior high, and she beat up a high schooler.
Yeah, I did.
I beat up everybody. No, I didn't beat up nobody that age, Lisa.
I did, only because that girl was messing with my cousin back then.
Oh, well then they had to get them hands.
So they brought me, 13 years old, in to beat a 17-year-old ass, and I kicked her ass.
Mm-hmm. And then put her clothes back on, went to school and played innocent.
And then they said from that point on, she could not live down for the rest of the year that a 13-year-old beat her 17-year-old ass. She couldn't live it down.
Transfer. She had to take that L. Look,
I tell you one thing, she didn't mess with my cousin no more. Mm-hmm. Didn't mess with my cousin. Yeah, that's embarrassing. Somebody over from the junior high school came and kicked your ass. That was embarrassing.
Lisa, I found out she's still damaged over that shit.
I hope so. Yep. I hope so.
Look, but see, y'all ain't let me finish. I was going to tell you what happened to me for hitting the white boy. The next day, I was like, somebody had told Atisha. It was a black dude, Sherman, who, of course, it'd be a nigga named Sherman. Who was hanging
with Sherman? That name. He sounded like a sellout.
Right. So, yep, Sherman the sellout. That's who he was. Sis. Sherman the sellout snitched on me, and I got detention. Right. We had a vice principal named Miss Murray. She was like, I heard you knocked him out, man. You laid him up next to. She used to laugh that we would knock the white boys out. They was like, yeah, Miss Murray was just saying, yay, you knocked out a white dude. I said, yay, this is fun. I'm supposed to be in trouble. So anyway, we go to gym, and I say, Sherman, you bitch, you snitched on me. I'm going to get you today when you get on the bus, right? That motherfucker was in tears. So go to lunch.
Well, just for the fact that mom named him Sherman, he needs to be beaten up over that.
Target. You know what that made me think of, Lisa? When you told me just recently, when you was a child, you knew some children that were coons already.
Mm-hmm. I did.
It said something about they would hang around white people because they knew a lot and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, coons. Oh, because we were talking about Herschel Walker. Herschel Walker, his cooning started at home because his mother said don't have nothing to do with us, and stuff. And then that shit then carried on.
How the fuck did he? Hold up. Hold the dice. Don't throw another roll on. What did you just say?
I said
his mother.
His mother taught him to be a coon.
Yeah.
She said what now?
If you go back and listen to him on that panel when they were on HR 40 talking about reparations, he kept referencing his mama to the reason why he is the way that he is today.
Well, wait
Yeah,
a minute. Didn't they say that the mama was the first teacher?
Yes.
yeah, that's true. I'm just lunching because she said that she told her don't hang, and I believe her. My thing is, so then how the fuck do he stay in the house with you if he ain't supposed to hang around no black person?
Right. Yeah, there you go. There you go. You're right.
Ain't this coon supposed to run away? What's going on?
And then his little faggoty ass son, and he a nasty type of dude too. His faggoty ass son better not ever get caught slipping someplace, because I mean, the way he gets down is greasy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, number 5. The jury is told not to read, watch, or listen to news accounts of the trial they are involved in until it is over, and not to talk to anyone about the case, not even to one another, and not to post anything on social media or elsewhere, including through jury deliberations. Would you find it difficult to follow these instructions for any reason?
Yes.
Hey, nigga. I'm telling everybody, hey, listen, let me tell you the shit they got on George Floyd. They like, oh, mistrial. It's like, nah, I ain't telling, because see, for real, this one of them trials, if you do that, they're going to try to give them a mistrial.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're looking for anything. I mean, they got a whole team of motherfuckers that we don't even see. And they'll go over footage, like frame by frame. Oop, there they go. Mistrial.
No, y'all already said what the fuck happening. They locking them in that hotel. They bugging their ass. They have a motherfucking already, because of the publicity of this case. It's enough media where you don't even need a private detective. They gonna be trying to find out who the jury is and snitching. So this is one of them cases where the media gonna be doing the law's job. Everybody got to be on their P's and Q's.
Loretta is staring right at the computer as you were talking, LVZ. I said, you know what he's saying.
That's right, Loretta like one of my lives has done seen it. This boy knows the truth.
Oh man, Queen Amadaya, Loretta is my cat. Okay. That's what we're talking about. Okay, 6. Is there any reason why you would not be able to give your complete attention to a trial during your time as a juror?
Yeah, I have a reason. Do y'all want to hear?
What you gonna be doing? What you gonna be doing?
Okay, so I have a little situation here with my husband, because I know it's gonna come up. He's not gonna be happy we apart that long. He's just not gonna be happy with that, and I'm not gonna be happy with that too. That cuts all the sex out. That's too long. Maybe every other day, but you don't know how many weeks this is gonna last. So I got to take care of my immediate situation.
Well, that's why they tell you can be dropped off every day, but they're gonna be picking up license plate tags and everything when your husband drop you off.
Yeah, I'm about to say they just gonna be following out this shit. They gonna be following out to the gator stores. This man has all the gators.
I have to take care of his needs, and I got needs too. So I got an issue with that. How y'all gonna take care of that?
I got needs too. And my needs are for you to come in that Jaguar and we go somewhere.
There you go.
That's my need.
You got the pictures, Lisa?
Yeah. Now, me as a black man, I feel insulted. Ask that question again. I'm gonna tell you why. Watch this. What's the question?
You want the question again? Okay.
Yeah.
Is there any reason why you would not be able to give your complete attention to a trial during the time as a juror?
Motherfucker, what you thought I'm be watching Real Housewives, hollering at bitches? I'm sitting here behind a glass, and that ain't nothing but you Peckerwoods talking. You showing me pictures of dead bodies, and you asking me, am I gonna have trouble paying attention? Basically, you asking me, am I retarded? Where the fuck are we gonna have the courtroom at? In a club? No. You gonna have trouble paying attention.
You know what,
You
LVZ, you just told on yourself. You know what? If they came to LVZ and gave him a choice, say he running shit and stuff, and they say, okay, LVZ, what setting we gonna have this whole trial at? You know?
Nah, we gonna have this motherfucker. We gonna have it at the gallows. Look, his neck gonna be in the rope, and as soon as it's like, okay, now. You got 5 minutes to figure out whether he's guilty or innocent. And they're going to come back with the right verdict, which is guilty, and I'm going to drop the gallows right there. We hanging that motherfucker there if I get a setting.
At the gallows?
We going to do death right afterwards.
So
he didn't wait for George Floyd to die.
No,
he didn't wait for George Floyd to die.
No,
so
he
why
decided that he decided he was going to die on that street that particular day. He didn't care.
So LVZ is saving them money essentially. They subject to go.
Yeah, I don't know why we got to feed Derek Chauvin. The hell with that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then why we got to give them electricity, man? You know how much electric costs?
And even one of those thin ass bunk beds they give you in prison, he don't deserve that either.
Right. They should have a stabbing care.
You know what, Lisa? Because our queen, I know she's not new. I watch her often. Would you let her know? Just this is just a little side one. I want it to come from Lisa. Since coronavirus hit, would you let her know what happened in Esau's house?
Oh, Queen, she might know because she watches my videos. They have an explosion of head lice.
Oh, you know, I heard someone talking about that the other day.
Yeah.
I didn't know it had anything to do with corona.
Yeah, it does. Since they had to all go on lockdown, the head lice has been almost like another pandemic among them.
What?
And we discovered on Lisa Cabrera's channel, there are 3 different types. There's a type that on their eyelashes, that's a different breed. Then, the main one that we know about, and there was another one, I forget what part of the body. Now that confirmed what I did some research a long time ago, and they said that Esau naturally attract parasites, and parasites naturally come out of their body. And people said I was lying about it.
And not only that, the children, they said, are really potentially the ones to get it first. And whole families are now going out for treatment for head lice.
Wow.
Yeah, it's serious. It's serious.
So
but that points to the fact that they've had this problem all along, since even long before being here.
Yeah, I got to thinking about it. I said, so is that an issue in their house? That periodically they have just lice just break out. So I went to a blog where they were talking about it. That's something common in their community. I was like,
well, I stopped calling it head lice and just call it what it is. Body crabs. These motherfuckers got crabs. Body crabs. Tell it what the fuck it is. Body crabs.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers got body crabs. I don't want no body crabs. That's nasty.
See, the whole family showed up. It's a different species on their eyelashes.
They don't want us. And besides, think about it. Where do lice spread? Among animals.
And you know what? When Lisa was talking about it, Queen, some brother on the channel who he admitted this. He said he was in the bed with a Becky, and he seen lice moving in her hair.
Oh my!
He never said he got up and left the woman or anything like that. I said, "Ooh, some stuff you don't admit." You in the bed. You see some shit crawling around. It's time to go.
I remember when I was a kid, like in 2nd grade, there was a whole busload of them at our school, and they made an announcement over the intercom to tell our teacher that students, to tell the teachers that students weren't going to be in class because that entire bus, they had an infestation of lice.
Oh.
You know what? The first time I seen lice, I'll never forget it. I was in junior high school in my judo class, and a little Chinese boy, I looked down at his head. And we got that extra sense that I felt something wasn't right, and I seen eggs in his head. I was done. I was like, oh, he got eggs.
Egghead.
Crazy.
That nigga was egghead in a whole different level form.
No. He was egg foo young head.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But
That
I mean,
nigga was an egg drop sous
to be in the bed with one of them and see some shit crawling around, and you still lay up with them people. Something wrong with some of our folks.
Well, it's lie down with dogs, you wake up with it's literally the truth.
Yeah. But you know
That's why they sit up there and call them subhuman. That's what they are. They subhuman.
Because Queen, one time we were talking and I found out dogs get lice, but cats don't. Cats don't get lice. Just dogs do.
You know what? I can tell you why. I know the answer to that one. Which one be kissing and laid up with white folks? It ain't cats.
Which one be licking their balls all day?
Exactly.
Ooh, that's nasty.
You ate a motherfucking dog body crabs, you bastard.
But yeah, if you got a cat, that's one thing you don't have to worry about is lice. Cats do not get lice. Dogs do, but cats don't.
I didn't know that.
I heard about a story of a dog licking a damn Edomite, and the damn Edomite died.
I did a couple of stories on that, KD. Yep.
One of them got bit and she lost her hands or something.
A UK woman.
Yeah, they had to cut her shit off.
No, the British.
She got bitten by a dog?
Yes. Her own dog.
Wow.
Yeah, her own dog.
They had to cut her hands off or something like that.
Yeah, they did.
I think they induced her in a coma. She don't even know yet.
Just like remember when Paris Hilton had that thing, whatever the fuck it was, it bit her dumb ass. She had to go to the hospital. What it was, a minx or whatever?
Yeah,
that shit bit her.
About her.
Yeah, a lot of these dumb bitches, these white folks be just like Paul Mooney say, trying to train and ride shit.
You know what?
Trying to ride a mink
over there on Black Junction.
I'm trying to ride a mink.
She trying to ride a minx. Bitch, Lord, don't bit her, stupid ass bitch.
You know what got me, LVZ? When Lisa put that video up on Black Junction, where that white woman was living with that big ass pig, and that motherfucker got out of her bed. I mean, this pig was her man.
Huge. That was her man.
Yeah,
that was her man.
And she had other animals in there, but that was a main man. And I showed my husband that video. He said, "Is that real?" I said, "Baby, that's real." And he act like he didn't even want to get out the bed. He sleep with her.
Well, you know what, Juror? I don't see nothing wrong with that because they do have the same damn melanin and shit. They do got the same damn color.
I remember that video.
I'm sorry, KD. I see something wrong with that. Look, that pig should not have to go through that. That is torment. Look, you know how big a pig nose is? I'm a dollar tell brother KD that with that nose with pigs can smell. Imagine the dog smelled it. That pig has to smell.
Right. She had one of those pig, one of those pot belly pigs you have as a pet. And they'll tell you, you really technically don't know how big them suckers are going to get. A lot of them get massive. And they're sold as pot belly pigs.
That one was massive.
Yeah. That one had to be, I would say, 350 to 400.
Hey, Davita Jenkins is the queen. She say pigs in a blanket, literally.
Yeah.
See, I told you they belong together.
She took that shit too far, huh? Yeah, I'll get pigs in a blanket. Come here, Oinky.
She wondered why she can't get a date. She get a man in her house. And they end up in the bedroom, and the pig is laying there. He'd be like, "What the fuck?" He'd be like,
think about this.
But she had a couple of pets in there. If you remember, she had a cat, and she had a bird in a cage. She had a couple. It wasn't just that pig in that room.
I think about this. If they both wrapped up in a blanket, they both go fry like bacon.
Yeah, they sure is. And stuff.
Hey,
I know that man. He'll be like, I gotta go and crawl out the window.
I'm just laughing at whoever came in thinking we was talking about Derek Chauvin, and he's like,
talking about
"See a pig, lady. See a pig."
I know. All right. Number 7. Do you have any religious or philosophical beliefs would make it difficult for you to be a juror?
Oh, absolutely not at all.
No.
I'm impartial.
Oh,
yeah.
I believe I should be a juror for once in my life.
My religion is Esau going into slavery. That's my religion.
Now you got to get in there, LV, KD. You got to play that game. All right.
You got to play the game. No, the KD, you can't do that.
Because
look,
said how to dress when you get up in there.
Yeah, we'll tell you how we dress. We telling people the right answers today, KD. We do not tell them the wrong, and we want them in there. Now, everybody, you get a top hat and a monocle and repeat after me. Have a wonderful day. That's it. Just speak that. Yes, have a wonderful day. Everybody do that. Everybody black in Minneapolis that's listening to this, don't tell them you listen to this. When they say what podcast you do, don't put LVZ. Lord, don't put LVZ. Don't put Juror. Don't put Lisa. Don't put none of. Don't put Queen. Don't put
Fox and Fox only.
Fox and Fox. Tucker Carlson. That's who you listen to.
There you go.
I listen to Tucker Carlson. Boy, I don't think I can even do that lie. Number 8. Do you have any medical, visual, hearing, physical, or other impairment that may affect your ability to serve as a juror on this case?
Nope. I see a peck of wood. He's going to jail. My eyes work perfect. Let's go next. My bad. I didn't say that out loud, did I? So.
You said it out loud.
You know, that question right there, Lisa, would be real hard for Esau to answer because most of them on opiates, you know, they faculties, they always
they always mentally ill, especially after they commit a crime.
Oh yeah, all of them. Yeah. Their mama didn't breastfeed them and all that shit.
Yeah, you don't know what mental problems they have and yada yada yada. Number 9, is there any other reason that would is there any other reason that could not be fair and impartial, George? So they're saying, do you have any reason why you cannot be a fair and impartial juror on this case? If yes,
not at all.
Explain.
Not at all. I can be totally fair.
I can be fair.
Yeah,
I can be fair.
I
ain't never told a lie or anything.
I ain't never told one either. Now I'm gonna have to look up and see if anything gonna fall on my damn head.
Yeah, I'll be fair. I'll be fair on there. You know, I'll be fair.
Yeah, right. I want to see a criminal go to jail, and I'm gonna send him there. That's fair. You can't be no fairer than that, right?
Yeah.
I don't care who he is. I'm gonna see a criminal. I'm gonna send his ass to jail. Ain't that fair? That's
and all I gotta say is guilty, and that's it.
You know what's so deep about this, what I'm thinking? So we got one person on the panel with a criminal justice background, and some of this stuff is like they want us to have a damn a degree on this stuff. They know people don't know the law to this damn extent.
Well, that's like Daniel Cameron. He went before the grand jury, did not present Breonna Taylor, and then turned around and said they could have asked. If you could have told them.
But look,
wasn't even there.
But look, that's just the funny shit. Because there's some more questions on here that will exclusively exclude Queen. It will say, do you got some prior knowledge of legal or you got to go. They don't want you to be too smart. They don't want you to be too dumb. They don't want no shit. But this the one thing I need to know though. How did y'all miss that? Lisa, True, y'all is getting, it must be because it's late. Y'all missed that last one. and I let y'all slide on that one. Look, how is it any white people on the jury? The last one was, is it any disabilities that would keep you off the jury? Every time I watch TV, white men complaining about erectile dysfunction. So if you worry about your dick not working, you shouldn't be on no jury. You should be trying to fix your lift. You should be trying hydraulic fluid in your lift.
His junk messed up. He don't have the ability to perform.
Hey, you can't know he mad all the time. This nigga can't be no juror.
Think about it, LVZ. When that don't work, neither does the brain. Nothing works. It's like a total disability, practically.
Sex does start in the brain. It does. That's where it starts.
So if that ain't got nothing going on, the brain ain't got nothing going on either.
You know, my son told me a lot of those white boys that he went to college with was already having issues with erectile.
All I know is, y'all remember, Mike Dicker used to do that Levitra commercial. Then they fired him, and now he always saying racist shit for no reason. He just mad in the house.
I told you when that don't work, the brain don't work. There you go.
Right, that's it. I hate Black Lives Matter. Kaepernick ain't shit. They should keep the Redskins' name. Why are you saying that? My dick don't work. I don't care.
Yeah, you know what?
It was already 2 inches. Now it won't stand up. I got it.
And you know the sad part, LVZ, Viagra don't always work. I did some research on that. Some of the men, that shit don't work at all. You know,
it don't work for them.
Well, it won't work. Well, they're gonna have to go back to the lab and fix that. That ain't our problem.
You can get a ride. You can get a ride.
It's like it's like ZZ said. They gonna just have to get a my pillow and call it a day.
All right, number 10. Is there anything else the judge and attorney should know about you in relations to serving on this jury?
Yes, it's something they should know about me. I must confess. Let me tell y'all about. I'm a white supremacist. I tell them that I'm a white supremacist. Oh, you can stay on the jury. Tell them that. Tell them you're a white supremacist.
Now that questionnaire, that speaks volumes. They gonna run back and make sure the enemy get all of that. You know, because there's gonna be some dummies that gonna look at all that space in there that they can write their whole life story, you know, and stuff, and they'll feel compelled to spill their damn guts.
Yeah. Okay. Number 11. Do you want to serve as a juror in this case? Yes. No. Not sure.
Hell yes. Hell yes.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Hell yeah. Shit. I'd be on the jury right now today. Guilty. Let's go home.
They don't even have to pay me. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna take care of my shit.
Okay, number 12. Why do you feel that way about serving as a juror in this case? So they got a lot of space. So I guess they want them to write.
I'm patriotic. I'm patriotic. I know how to. I'm patriotic.
I feel that as a Black African American Negro, I should represent my community, not only in the work field, but also as a jury, doing what I can to dispatch justice amongst the community.
And then in this space on page 15, they'll be writing, get LVZ the F out of here right now. They'll be saying, and then they'll say, hand this page to the guard. Get him out of here.
You know,
Lisa,
on everyone.
I told you, you see, you thinking about how I look right now. You ain't thinking about this man with this plate of chicken right here. I told you I'm shaving my facial hair. I'm gonna have on some tight pants and some motherfucking Urkel glasses. And I'm in that joke. Yes, sir.
I'll throw some suspenders in there for you.
Man, what? They gonna get me on that jewelry. They like,
and I want you to wear some white shoes.
Well, they got 2 blank pages because they're gonna have to write a sermon about LVZ and they're gonna have to escort him out. They got 2 blank pages.
Lisa, I got it. Look, Lisa, this is
y'all.
gonna work. Lisa, I'm telling you, I'm gonna get on the jury, come put on a Clarence Thomas wig, and I'm gonna get it on.
Yeah.
I have on a Clarence Thomas wig. We done.
Okay. Now we just got through the whole questionnaire. Now just imagine the people that got to fill that out.
How long did
fill that out?
How long did that take? About 3 hours?
Oh no, you'll be there for a while. You can best believe that.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. Boy, I ain't never seen nothing like this before.
Stuff like that, because we are in a multi-level war.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to give the family game. That, how I look at that, I would go back over all those questions, and that they're telling on themselves. They're really telling on themselves. They're deep concerns about certain things, because you got to use what you got to use in this war.
Yeah, and many.
You know what, True. They are telling on themselves. I mean, look at the certain questions that they're asking. I mean, that's how you can tell they're sticking on themselves in some of them things.
They want a white jury. That's what the whole, premise of the questions. And, when you look at that, there's a lot of Black people that live in Minneapolis. So I'm dying to see what kind of ratio of a jury they're going to have. Are you going to have 8 white people and 2 Black? How are they going to do it?
They want basically the people that qualify for that is the people that was at the state capitol showing out. That's that's the type of mentality that they want.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They want. Let's make America great again. Let's do it. Wow.
Yeah, just walk in there with your MAGA hat on.
One of the that I wanted to, didn't totally surprise me, because they've been spoon feeding and showing footage of people that was at that riot. That, do you know, in this particular riot that like, for instance, the guy that had those zip ties on his belt loop, we seen that picture constantly. Do you know, I found out that a lot of those white boys that was up there was there with their mamas.
Yeah.
Boy, showed a picture of his mama. She got a double belly with her old ass. She could have got killed up there and stuff. Now you going to a riot with your grown ass son again. The first teacher of the child.
Well, listen, the one that took Nancy Pelosi's laptop, she was up there with her dad.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
White women are the mothers of wannabe white supremacy.
They are the inventors. Look, why is that shocking? Who bought Killer Kyle Rittenhouse the gun and brought him down there and picked him up?
Mommy. Yep. And can't find him. Still can't find his ass.
Yeah, it's his money. She even took him to the club one night.
Yeah, had him drinking beer
with white supremacists. Yeah, I remember that.
Going to no club with my grown ass sons? Hell no.
Right.
Well, I think the whole goal was to plan out their escape. I think that's why they were at that club to begin with.
Oh,
and they need,
because if you remember, the judge was upset that he was at that club with known white supremacists. Him and his mother met with them.
His mother,
it's
the Alpha kid. Remember when his mama and him?
Yeah, Ethan Cow.
Yeah.
That Cal's still in jail behind that shit.
But people keep forgetting. Ricky Schroeder bitch ass was helping him.
Yeah, he came up with, I think, the biggest bulk of the money.
The actor,
he was at the bar with him.
Yeah.
Wow.
Spoons.
Wow. He was at the bar with him. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not
his bitch ass was there.
Let's not lose sight of Clarence Thomas' wife chartering a few buses for them to go there, and they trying to make her look squeaky clean now.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they
Have you
gave
seen that?
$2 Ricky Schroeder and the My Pillow CEO,
Mm-hmm.
Michael and
Wow.
Yeah.
And then took him to his house, Queen. Took him to his house as soon as he got out. They took a picture. That was in Ricky Schroeder house.
Mm-hmm.
Understand, Kyle Rittenhouse is trailer trash, y'all.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If my memory served me, I think him and his because the father ain't there. The mother and I think he got some more siblings. They all lived in an apartment. They weren't living high on the hog at all.
Mm-hmm.
Right. When they
You
got him out of jail, he grinning in a nice, big, clean, new kitchen in a big house. You can tell. I said, that motherfucker Ricky Schroeder house with Ricky Schroeder.
That's why Ricky Schroeder
It's
can't get
better.
no damn jobs. He's been having problems for years. No, Ricky Schroeder's ain't no damn judge. He got a criminal record too.
It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Beating the hell out of his ex-wife and all that shit. Deadbeat dad ain't paying child support. They always
White man can do that shit.
Yeah, he can do it and it goes ignored.
Right.
Look,
ignore the whole thing.
black man be late on child support 2 weeks. They take his driver's license, his ID. This nigga can't work. He can't go to the club.
If you remember, Levert, one of the brothers ended up in jail over child support, and he ended up dying in jail.
Yep. That's what happened.
So yeah,
Now
they
look.
don't hesitate to throw a black man. You wait, brother, you were $10 short on your child support. You in jail.
Now white man can owe $18 million in child support. That cracker can buy an airplane. He can get a pilot's license.
No, it's like this. Go ahead, Queen.
I saw a black man in court owed $1,200. He was behind, and he had $600 with him in a money order. The judge told him to give it to his children's mother. He went over and had the bailiff hand it to her, and the judge told him, "So you're still going to jail." He told him he had the keys to the county jail in his pocket.
Wow.
Yeah, I believe it.
I
believe it. Yep.
Now look at that, Queen. Now that brother, he was behind now $600, and obviously he was making a payment. Yes. White man be down $18,000. This is not even a joke. I'm not even that good. I can't make it up. Cracker got a pilot's license. He got 2 passports, a house somewhere else. They can do that.
Yeah. Yeah. They'll overlook anything he's doing. The whole thing. All right, y'all. We're gonna get off of here. Do anybody want to say something before we go?
I just want to go ahead real quick. Shout out to everybody who prayed for me. Knowing what I'm going through right now, just want to shout out everybody who prayed for me. Thank all of y'all. I thank all of y'all from the bottom of my heart.
And then some of you, if you did not hear, KD lost his sister.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
I wanted to say I got an email from our Queen Benton. She said, "Hello, True Royal. I'm sending you this email because I would like to ask you to pray for me. I've been sick and have had to have a bone marrow biopsy in a few days. So let's keep our Queen in prayer."
Oh, definitely.
Stay up, Queen. Stay up, Queen. You can make it through. You tough. You went tough through this, and we be laughing again. Don't worry about it. And all I want to say is, love y'all, man. Love y'all.
And we
gotta
love you
say that
back.
to each other.
Yeah.
And y'all better love me back, because when these crackers try to take me, you got to change your hair at least.
Oh man. And
you got to do the Candace Owens and True Roll. You got to come in there like Oprah Winfrey.
And I think we gonna have to hire a Herschel Walker lookalike to come in with that tray of chicken.
No, KD gonna come in with a plate of chicken. He gonna say, "Oh, he done done it. That's what he gonna say.
One more thing before we get off. Queen Shakura, I often watch you.
Thank you.
Beverly, this was an honor for me to be on the panel with you.
Yes.
And so it was a great honor because it's a lot of people that really support you. Really support.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Because I can tell her, I was telling her when I had her on as a guest the last time, when her channel went down, there were a lot of people over here going, where is she? Where is she? They were really looking for you. And I remember they were telling me, oh, they took the channel down. And I didn't even know what was going on. My subscribers told me what was going on.
Yeah.
It was a pleasure being on here with all of you all. And nice meeting everybody.
Yes, it was a pleasure having you, and we definitely got to do this again. Everybody in the chat, I love you, and have a wonderful, wonderful night. Shalom, family.
Yes.
Shalom.
Shalom.